Oh man,
He a skater. What? I am.
You had the skate pants with the big basketball jersey. You might have had the football jersey on.
I knew better.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kick, push.
Knew nothing.
the Blazers that didn't go with none of your fit, but you man.
Hey, Blazers was a good time. Though.
Blazers.
I enjoyed the Blazer time more than the foams.
I think I had some red and black ones.
I enjoyed Blazer time more than foams. Man.
Hey,
I could agree with that. I ain't gonna hold you. I could agree with
I
that.
enjoy Blazers over the Velados. Not gonna hold you. That Velado era.
Oh well, Velados for us was a way of life, so I can't even.
Velados, but it's just like I had the low top jump, so I had no ankle support.
Oh yeah, you never grew up. you had to get you the Knights, the Atlas, and you had to. But I mean, nobody really cared because they was cheap shoes. So like, we ain't finna be spending money on these cheap ass shoes. We not finna do that.
I wore Toms.
Now Tom's had a wave though, and the shorties was rocking with Toms when we was in school.
Hey, we was in NSU, bro.
They was rocking with the Toms.
On, you was that guy.
I'm gonna put it like this: I went through an era of trying to show people that I can wear any type of shoe. So I got the cat.
You went out your way to prove?
What? Last one day and wore them jokes. Nobody said nothing to me, but when I stopped wearing them, you know what their first response was?
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm glad you stopped wearing them jokes.
Hey, we really respect you. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
and we know what you're doing.
But no, bro.
Let me take time to get you this.
They was afraid of you?
Yeah. Don't say nothing.
Hey, yo, your shoe selection intimidated me as a person, bro.
Yeah.
I couldn't even correct you.
Anybody wearing those right
I got
now?
the black jokes, bro.
No issue.
I had the black ones.
Oh, my God.
I'm thinking, all right, I'm good.
He got those on.
We was wrong in school. We was dead wrong in school. Our parents was wrong for letting us do that.
I wore K-Swiss. Man,
We was wrong for roasting K-Swiss the way that we was wrong for that.
They really
They
won't ugly.
wasn't that bad of a shoe for real.
But
We just made it that way, bro.
I mean,
Like,
Them commercials won't it?
I love my K-Swiss. I love
even
my
FUBU.
K-Swiss. Yeah.
Like, it's
Hey,
like,
when I was in Texas though, bro.
FUBU went crazy.
Oh,
Bro, I want to say
goodness.
when I came to college in 2016, FUBU made a comeback. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, all
Sure.
the people that was joking on FUBU are now wearing the fake Kanye West looking FUBU.
For sure. Hey, bro, you can push your mic back a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
It's picking up good. It's picking
I
up
got quite
good.
the singer. My bad. It's the singer in me, man. My
Because
bad.
I gotta.
I just realized
Mic
we did
etiquette.
not.
There we go.
We did not do the introduction.
I know that.
We just
bro,
went straight into it.
it was so authentic.
Hey,
I
y'all
couldn't
saw
just
pastries?
ruin the moment.
I'm done. Let's intro it.
I'm gonna say, I couldn't ruin the moment. It was so authentic.
Pastries are crazy.
My man.
There we go.
Yeah, and I'm actually a little jealous of what just happened there. I appreciate that.
There you go.
I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to follow that one.
All right, this is what's his face talking about what's the name? Oh dang, I messed it up. This is what's his face talking about what you calling on the what's the name podcast.
Yeah.
I am one of your hosts. I go by Kelvin Ruffin Jr. Don't forget the Junior. I'm here with your boy.
I am your co-host, Larry The Wavy Fellow, here to tell you shit.
Hello.
And we have a guest today that we're gonna let introduce himself.
Talk to us, brother.
Listen, I'm Chrixtian. You know what I'm saying? I'm from around the way. I'm going to say it like that.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just here, man. These my guys, man. And
Okay.
I'm happy to be here, for real.
And we are 1,000% happy to have you here. I know Larry ain't know you the way that I know you,
Yeah,
but
I just met Larry, but
Yeah,
we're friends,
right,
man.
like,
In
you
the
know what I'm
last
saying?
20 minutes, there's so many memories in the last 20 minutes.
and that's one thing that I love about the chemistry that we didn't grown with this podcast so far.
Yeah.
You our third guest. We didn't made all of our guests like mad comfortable
Yeah,
with talking to us and shooting the you know what. I ain't gonna cuss too early now.
And also, we can't forget our cameraman. You know what I mean?
Can't forget it.
We can't.
Mr. InFocus, Tre _InFocus. The man himself is in the building today. Give him a round of applause, please. You know what? You did right, because I was going to play a song and introduce him after the song. We need y'all to understand that these visuals that we have, both of these cameras, I didn't even know it was really two cameras. Both of them cameras that's right there is focusing on both of us. Beautiful visuals by this man. We couldn't do it without him. thank you so much for your contribution once again. Shout out to my brother Sun Hokage, aka Kelvin. Can't wait for you to come join us in the building. He's a part of the mission and the vision. But the man we got in the building today, I apologize for that real quick. Boom. Turn that down. Haha. Oh, that's what we got in the building today.
Just don't work with a reflection in a dirty mirror, dude. You on the sturdy boy, fix your attitude. My battles in a messy room, too. I'm out the army, but I guess these used to do. Fake kind of clean, but my hairline crooked. Oh, I ain't tripping, man. This jacket and hat is cool. Won't be worried about me. One mindset I can't be worried about. I am still brown skin and tattooed. Holy Ghost filled, I'm still on the skinny side, but I'm sure I'll catch my weight soon. Voice on raspy, nigga with a country accent. Quick to say I'm single, like boy, ain't nobody asking hits. I stopped chasing the dollar, cause I ain't know I was spent. They say money can change.
My boy, Chris Anthony, Luke Anthony,
Fire.
Chrixtian.
That was fire.
Mind you, by the way,
Yeah.
I just want to be clear in saying that this man is a gospel artist. So we have there has been a bit of a culture shock with like how great certain gospel artists are, because we've been used to gospel artists being corny when they try to venture into certain lanes. You know what I'm saying? And I know you've probably seen it where it's like, okay, I don't want to be that.
Yeah, not too many on my playlist.
We had that same conversation with Andre when he was here, and I mean, shoot, his inception of what, you know, put me onto his music being Student Loans, like that song being so hard, it's like, oh, okay, and then him becoming a gospel artist, like, okay, he didn't compromise his message, but he's not down the path of corny, but trying to project it as righteousness onto everybody else. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I know you from way back. Tell everyone else a little bit about. You said you was from Georgia.
I was born in Georgia.
Born in Georgia.
Oh, yeah. Raised in Texas.
Raised in Texas. You ended up moving to Virginia. Yeah. As a youth them. As my Southerners from Florida would call it. Talk about that transition of going from a place like Texas and coming here to a place that I would consider to be Texas with a beach. For real.
The retirement home state.
Right, for a fact.
Legit. Man, what caused us to move here, because my dad's a pastor, so it's like,
right. Shout out, Pops.
He came. Well, let me say this, because it's not talked about enough. So let me say this. So it's the difference between a PK and being a child of a church planter. So a church planter and a PK, two different lifestyles, two different worlds.
What's a PK? I'm oblivious.
PK is a pastor's kid.
Okay.
So I'm a son of a church planter. It's totally different life. So when you're a pastor's kid, not everybody's story, but sometimes, you know, it's a little bit easier. But when you are the son of a church planter, that means you're gonna uproot and you're gonna move and you're gonna literally be and you're seeing it from the ground up each time. Each time. So
getting PTSD, brother.
Okay. So somebody know what I mean. You know what I mean? You're seeing it from the ground up each time. You see the ups and downs. You see the good, the ugly. You see the hurts, the pains. I see mom, dad, blood, sweat, tears for sure. But anyways, so the Lord sent my dad here. We were settled in Texas. Church doing great. Church still doing great out there. But we came here, and when I got here, compared to home, when I first got, don't beat me up, I thought Virginia had to be the most corniest place.
Round of applause. Oh no! All right.
And the reason why I'm 26, it's probably because maybe the people I met. Because later on in life, I'm like, man, nah, this is solid. So when I get put on, I'm not gonna rep Texas because technically I got on here. Yeah. So I would be VA. VA's always been good to me.
Now, the unfortunate part about what you're talking about is I know exactly what pocket you're talking about. There's a lot more pockets of corny than I would be proud to admit, because I have been a contributor to the corny pockets out here. I'm not afraid to admit it. But when I got older and I started understanding what it was, Virginia is a place of many gifts with no foundation. Virginia is a place of, like, even in the music industry, you could be a millionaire off music in Texas and not leave the state.
Not leave.
But here, you could hardly make $100 from a show without having to give the promoter all the money from the tickets that you've been pushing. So like it's totally different. So I could understand the shock of maybe what part of Texas was you from?
Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dallas,
So
right
not
there.
only that, but a
Dallas,
huge
Arlington.
city
Yeah,
within,
Dallas,
and then coming here, Virginia Beach and Richmond are huge cities in Virginia. So like compared to Dallas, we still small country towns, and I know people don't like hearing that. I mean, Norfolk is bigger than Virginia Beach, and they still consider country. So like,
I'm not gonna
like
lie.
they don't even like the acceptance of the term country for the most part
Suffolk
until
technically bigger than Virginia Beach.
land wise. Yep, it is. it really is.
Suffolk really does remind me of home.
I can see that. I can see
Suffolk
that.
for sure. It really has its places where I'm like, yeah, it smells. Is that trash? I smell burning.
For sure.
That sounds.
And it's not waste management either. It's just somebody in their backyard burning the trash.
Them like, let's go on. But so, Dallas, but more Arlington area, which is really on the borderline of Dallas. So you can say it's Dallas. You know what I'm saying? But,
Okay, word.
man, when I got here, it was pretty cool. Like I said, Virginia has never done me wrong. It's just when I got here, man, the approach is a little weird because it's a melting pot. It's like, so what I was looking for, okay,
Especially
what's
where
the
you was at.
identity? It's like, what's the identity of this place? But it's a little bit of everything, everywhere. So, yeah, man.
It's very much of a you pick your corner. Yeah. And that becomes more of who you identify with. It don't really become an identity because when you realize that there's different corners, those corners exist because they have their own identity.
And y'all jumped me as soon as I got out here too. Now why y'all did that? I don't know, bro.
That's crazy. I want that.
I was there.
You was at Virginia Beach, right?
Right off Scarborough Square. Right, literally by the square. Why they did that to you?
I don't know. I
can't tell
don't
you
know.
that, brother.
Hey, here's the sad part. Knocked out about 3 of them.
I'm not surprised.
I don't know where that fourth other guy came from. Caught me in the back of the head. You know how you looking and I see stuff going like this. And so I'm like, I'm out of here.
I was like, I'm moving too slow.
He was smart. That was freezing.
All right, you doing too much.
Let me roll.
He said the Ginyu force is out. He did knocked out my Ginyu force. Everybody gone.
Well, shoot, man. What was I figured we was gonna get to some of the other topics and then but I'm glad we here right now. What was some of your original passions before you got into more artistic things?
Yeah,
man, I came out the womb music.
Okay,
I promise you, I would be tapping, humming. That's all I knew. Basketball and stuff like that came later.
Yeah.
So it was always music first. Music and well, when you say artistic, what you mean? Like style, steez?
Yeah, no, like about to say like I mean. Of course, style, but I mean music and dance and everything else that's art related, things that are always subjective within art. You know what I'm saying? Because sports is such a tangible thing that you could really grab, mold, and see direct results from when work is put in. Art, you may see the results, but everyone else will tell you nowhere near where you think you are. Because it's subject to everyone else's opinion on whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's dance, drawing, singing. I'm the best singer in my house. I'm trash as soon as I step outside. and you still don't know until you hear, because then in somebody else's house, they can't sing at all, so you the best singer than them too. But you can't hide on that court.
You know what's crazy? I'm the worst. I am the worst singer in my house.
Hey, look.
Which is crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
And
everybody's singing.
Hearing how you engineer your records, how you mix your records, how you layer your vocals, I could believe it. Because I think now that you have a very unique voice,
like Jennings Jr.
you gained such a unique way to mix your vocals. As soon as it started tuning the right way, it's like, oh, this is what I sound like for real. Your prime voice is totally different, bro. Like, I'm a play what Wealthy Hymns was supposed to sound like at some point on this podcast, and that's unmixed. But hearing like the only person I've heard mix similar, but of course he's on a larger scale. But you hear like how T-Pain layers his vocals.
Yeah.
Seeing how many different tracks And he does it like 3x3.
Yeah.
And I heard that I had heard a story that Michael Jackson records like I think 12 or 13 tracks.
Yeah.
Of all the same thing.
Yeah, you need him.
And I'm like, you the only person who I seen that kind of everybody else comfortable with the one and then the dub.
Oh no, no.
And it's like,
man.
I understand we gifted, but I mean we do. Nah. And I had to learn that too. Yeah. Shout out to Ebony Harper. She's an amazing, beautiful soul. Seeing her in the studio layer her tracks. Whenever I had someone sing on the record, I'm like, if you're not doing lows, mids, and highs, I'm not really with recording vocals anymore, because she just showed me something totally different. Yeah. You sound great. Yes, you do. But on a record, we need at least this right here. And I still don't understand. I can't sing worth a damn, so I still don't know all of how tuning in and staying in key with the record. I'm just knowing when I get sent a beat, it says, hey, this is in this key. Yeah. This is in this key. Engineers get it. Hey, that's the beat. That's the BPM? Okay, cool. Yep. It took me a minute to realize, okay, if she knows what notes are, if he knows what notes are, he can very easily sing somewhat in key if he knows the scale. Mm-hmm. And if my engineer understands the scale, he can tune to the scale. Like, it took me so long to just figure that part out. Hearing how you do it, you've had that understanding for quite some time. So if you know that I'm not as vocally gifted as people that I hear every day, by the time I hit my stride, I've already layered and mastered how I mix my vocals. That extra kick, man, is basil on top of pasta, bro. It really is. This is the finishing touch on that, bro.
But the tight voice, man, I had to really grow into loving how I could, man, because I didn't always have like a raspy voice. Yeah. I had like a Tank's Manly type. I ain't to be honest, man. One day I woke up, it's like
had that smoker's vocal cords.
Man, started singing, and I said, this ain't it. And the type, man, y'all gotta know what type of brothers I got, man. So my older brother was like, I'm on your head. That's why you sound like that. And so man, I went and hiding, man. I stopped singing like 6th, 7th grade, and then started singing again till like 10th.
Oh, for real?
Dang.
Yeah.
Was that because you was like trying to find your voice or find yourself? Or?
I was so used to how I sounded, and to sound something different. I didn't know that the blessing would be the uniqueness.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's singers come a dime a dozen. They sing a shorty's draws off.
Facts.
But when you sound different, you're going to always be in a different lane. I learned that at Norfolk State.
Word.
Because, oh my God, you know how many R&B real, man.
I ain't gonna hold you. I got a homie named Father Quan. He a R&B person. And
bro. Hey, they told me I had to start singing at the beginning of the, you know, you ever been in Room 149? For those that been at Norfolk State, Room 149, you know what that is in the Union?
Yeah.
So, you know, I sing more values and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So one show, they had me singing at the end. Now, I'm talking about, you got 4-5 R&B singers. They had them hot and ready in there. Here come me and my acoustic guitar. I get up there singing about love, life, moral values, keep yourself, protect yourself. Hey, when I got done singing, I had like 3-4 girls come up, give me a hug. You know what? I'm going to my room. I'm going to my dorm.
It worked.
Do right. Yeah, listen. No.
I was ready for the worst.
Acoustic. No. Acoustic? Like, no.
We talking about Norfolk State.
But still acoustic, bro. You got to think.
They was going to,
that shit, it's going to get you.
Acoustic.
Acoustic. Same difference.
They was going to their room. They was going to their room, not my room. The R&B singer said, hey, come here, bro.
Hey, don't ever do that.
You are.
Like, don't ever in your life.
To these. That was my best Usher song. What do you think you doing? They said, hey, go on. Next time, hey, go and put him in the beginning. I start opening up the show.
That's crazy. He said, you can't be in the show.
That's funny.
You taking all the girls away.
Ain't nobody texting me back.
He said, I got competition.
But they won't hand that.
Man, this man over here establishing morals, man. Let's get this man up out of here, bro. So, your hoop journey.
Oh, Lord.
Your hoop journey. It's funny because the past couple, all the guests that, you and Andre both, being that y'all have been artists and y'all have been introduced to it, because you got being that I know you for so long, I don't really be checking people's social media pages like that.
Don't need.
And then seeing you with almost 10K followers, I'm like, I'm trash.
Nah.
I'm like, why do I know people like this and I'm over here chill my little few hundred? You know what I'm saying?
I had more than that, bro. But,
See, but
no cap,
but like everyone being introduced to you as an artist, I wish I had the picture, but I mean,
I thank God you don't, man. I've been in here crying,
man, that street heat picture, man.
I think that was before I had braces. No cap.
Oh, crap.
Nah, that was when you had braces.
I had braces.
You had braces,
Okay,
yes,
that was
sir.
decent. I don't want too bad.
But what? At what point was athletics thwarted into your life by family, or was that something that you just found a love for? Because when I was born, the same way that you was born humming, my mom threw a basketball into my nursery. Like that was sports. As soon as I came out, sports pajamas, sports everything, football, basketball, whatever it was.
Your
I had
mom
to
was
be
a real team mom too.
Yes, she
I
was.
don't know if y'all know.
She
his
absolutely
mom,
was.
When I'm talking about there to support,
Yeah, she
Hey.
knew the players' names. She told coach who to put on the bench and who to put in the game.
your mom may have smacked her lips when I got in the game because I won't deliver like I'm supposed to. Come get him out, please.
Mom won't there for practice. She dropped me off for practice, so
Yeah.
she didn't see what we seen in practice.
Yeah. I don't know why he's in the game.
And my mom was that person. That was
my
the reason
God.
why that was the reason why I came off the bench, because my mom loud mouth.
Yo, hey, her and Shaheem's dad. I heard Shaheem's dad from the stands. Oh my God, coach, please.
I got so good at tuning out my mom, I ain't hear nobody else's parents. The only other person I heard was James' mom.
Yo, I love Miss Wanda.
She's wonderful. I love her and James, man.
Yeah, he's doing really good too, man.
But yeah, man, what was that like something that you found a love for just in being around it or seeing it on TV, or was that something that was thrown into your life?
Y'all gonna laugh at me. Let me, because it didn't start with basketball.
Okay.
My dad can hoop. My dad was dunk on like 11 foot. My dad could jump out the gym. He still got juice. Like when my handles come from him. But my dad was a football star.
Okay.
And well, I was not.
Word. I understand.
And I had the zeal in all the wrong
Me
places.
either.
I literally, bro, was good. I'm good in football. I'm registering the right way.
I get you, cause like that's what happened to me my senior or junior year when I started playing football, and they wanted me to be a fullback, and I was good. I was good at fullback. Don't get me wrong, I was good, but it was
You
just
said
like,
senior year?
Yeah.
When you graduate?
2016, yes.
Bro,
Jesus.
them having a fullback in 2016 is wild.
I'm thinking like, what y'all- is that?
He must have graduated with us. Talking about fullback.
I'm 26, bro.
I'm getting ready to ask him.
I'm
what
26, bro.
What year was that? Yeah.
Oh my fault. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
No, it
This
was-
trauma.
It was like, bro, so once I was learning it, I was good, but once like I had one good game, it just went down here after that.
Man, listen. I was so good offensively. They wanted me to play defense.
Put you at
I
DB.
wasn't afraid to get hit, but I was a kid that I had a lot of pent up anger, so I was afraid to hit because I felt like if I get a taste, I like to fight. So if I get a taste of this, this is going to be good.
I'm a see red.
Yeah. So
I like that.
do it again. Line them up, coach. But because of the type of mild-mannered, which you saw me as a kid,
Absolutely,
mild-mannered kid
yeah.
I was, I couldn't communicate that. So let me just tell you the time I knew that this was it for me. Remember, my dad's a football star.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good on I can catch. Like still to this day I got man. One day we was in PE at Salem. I'm jumping stories. Bucky, you know Bucky.
Yeah.
Bucky threw the ball. I caught the ball like this and turned and fell. And he was like, "Bro, why you ain't play football?" I'm gonna tell you why. This is the story why. I was on defense. My dad all-star. He tell me, "Hey, Chris." Now, he on the sideline. Hey, listen, it's a lot of dads over there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you this story. And my dad, we chuckle about it now, but sometimes my dad be like, man, I didn't know I made you feel that way. Because my dad's a football star. This is what he do. My dad called it. He said, hey, he going to run a sweep. He's coming right to you. Knock his head off. Lo and behold, that's what happened. Let me tell you what y'all did. All I remember is him hitting the sweep, running towards me. I closed my eyes.
Cue NBA young boy.
And listen, I closed my eyes and went for it.
And
I opened my eyes. I didn't
nothing.
feel nothing. I'm on my knees, and this nigga down.
I'm like, nope.
I looked to the left to see, like, my bad, Dad. Man, my dad drifted back in the crowd. I don't know where I ain't seen him.
He did the Homer Simpson. He won the bushes.
My number was like number 30 something.
Oh,
my dad probably was like, hey, my son actually number 15 over there on the other side. And I'll tell you, I ain't seen my dad for the rest of the game. He was so mad. He said, yo, I told you what they was going to do. I told you
that rule number 1, never close your eyes. Never close your eyes.
That was the day I realized.
Keep your head up, keep your eyes open.
Cause like, I ain't gonna lie, literally, I ain't had no issues, but once it got to that point, I had an incident like that too. I closed my eyes.
My Lord.
And only thing I remember was the coach was like, come on.
Get him. And why they always snatch your jersey? I'm already on the sideline.
The bad part about it, he did it in the most calmest way ever. Like, I was supposed to block, but it wasn't just my fault. It was the whole defensive line fault. So everybody just failed. Everybody just gave up. It was like dominoes. One person fell over.
You play linebacker?
Hey, yo.
You play linebacker or defensive back? Because you said the line fell. You play linebacker or defensive back? Where was you?
I know, because this what happened. It was one of my first games. First game, I think I was nose guard or some crap like that. Nose guard.
Really?
Yeah. And then everybody
on offense?
Defense. That's a defense, brother.
No, because nose tackle is offense, but yeah, well it is.
But at your
it
size?
is on defense though.
Bro,
What school is this?
Franklin High, but now I'm way smaller than I was. Okay. Back then I was like at least like 198 going on 200.
Okay.
I was like
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I can see it.
This was before I got my shoulder injury. So
And he was wrestling too.
yeah, when I wrestled, I was wrestling 220 and I was 190.
So that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's like I got country strength.
True. Shout out Franklin.
So it's like, hey, I might be this small, but I can still pick up that refrigerator. I can still pick up a refrigerator, put it like a little baby on my shoulder, like it's nothing. But
that boy swole, y'all saw that? He tried to show off. Your girl watches. You better chill out.
My girl watching. Hey baby,
watch his phone.
Hey baby, how you doing? But no, man, it was just like my eyes closed, and then I just woke up. Everybody on the ground.
Woke up?
Not woke up, but just opened my eyes.
Oh, Lord.
Only thing I remember is I did just like hit the little old man fall like.
He woke up in the Avengers movie. And it was an Endgame.
Only thing I seen was Nick Fury come like, come on. We're gonna put you on the bench real quick.
Don't get on up. Don't get on up.
Oh my
Put us
God.
in a vault.
Listen, man, I knew that sport wasn't for me.
Oh my
brother was
God.
hooping, though. Hey, bro, and they kept trying to make me, bro.
Something you to the boy.
I don't know if I just look big, bro, but they kept trying to make me go heads up. You know what Oklahoma is, right?
Oh, I love that. Literally, I love that.
Not me, bro. I kept going, bro. The boy was.
Was you acting bad or something? Because they normally do that to the people that's trash or the people that's in trouble.
Bro,
like,
every coach that I've
That
ever
is true.
had,
That is true.
They seen something in me that I didn't see in myself, and that's even in football, bro. I don't know why. The guy was so big, man.
Like Terry
I
Owens,
think
man.
he came from a broken home, bro, and they kept making me trying to lie, bro.
he got some pent up anger. He came to practice hitting his helmet every day.
I don't know. They
Oh
took
my
that talk
God.
from my
He the
dad,
dude that
bro.
headbutt the locker before the game.
Yeah, bro. His nickname was Spats, bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
His what?
nickname was Spats.
Oh my God. And he was
Say it one more time. His
His name was Spats.
Fats.
Fats. FATZ, I'm pretty sure.
I heard it.
I'm pretty
I just
sure.
want to make sure I heard it
I don't
right.
think anybody with that
I don't
name
have
use
any-
S's.
There's no nickname
It's all
I
Z.
ever had that even pertains to being big and weight, man. So I gave up with that, bro. My brother was hooping, though, and I don't know, man. I remember hooping at like a church league. I was
Yeah.
decent. That was still in Texas.
Yeah.
But then how good I was overlooked because there was a literal prodigy. Now, he didn't get no taller, but he was a man. His name's Keon Campbell. Kid is phenomenal.
That sounds mad familiar.
Well, he's back. His family was athletic, man. He ended up being just that guy. I mean, literally. If you ever see this, hey, shout out to you, Keon. You was like that.
Prodigy.
For real.
Young prodigy.
Yeah. I said, this man was doing Madden moves on he was all around sports guy. In Texas, you play with the same group of people in every sport. So I played for a football team called the Apaches, but then it went to the track team called Heavenly Track.
Yeah.
Then it was the basketball team was Mount Olive or something like that. So we all did the same thing. But anyways, once I got here, KJ knows this guy's name is Shaheem.
Yes, sir.
Now, when you see Shaheem,
Shout out Shaheem.
Shout out Shaheem. When you see Shaheem's size, now me, I hoop.
He big.
So I'm thinking he had to throw the ball off the backboard and go get it.
Like a Zion Williams type dude?
No, man, he's
Charles Barkley.
Oh.
You would think that he was and this is Shaheem Young, so I can say this. You would think that he was a fat kid. When this Shaheem Young. But that babe, man, that weight ain't mean nothing, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I threw that joint off the backboard, bro.
Yeah.
When I tell you that boy got up.
Go get it.
He got up. Hey, I was running them 2 laps. And I kept telling myself, there's no way that
He's right there.
he got up.
With asthma.
With asthma, bro.
With asthma.
What? I don't know what it
He
is.
still used to wear them Dub Zeros. The red.
I ain't gonna lie. It's like people with asthma got superpowers when they play sports. It's like
The Dub Zeros, man. I wish I didn't see this, bro.
Those
I didn't
joints
forget
was
them
heavy
Dub
too,
Zeros.
man.
That
You
boy
can
was
hear them
moving.
Dub Zeros clapping up the court, bro. and we was playing on carpet.
dang.
Hey, the Boys and Girls Clubs had them
we
carpet
played
jump
on
boards.
carpet.
You can hear them Dubs, and they moving to bro. Seeing him, he was the biggest person I seen at our age.
Quick.
Run the break.
Bro.
He's running the break. Rebound, ball is in Shaheem hands. He's running the break. And we kind of it's kind of almost 5-on-5. He
Yes.
spread the floor and it's 2-on-1 and then it's 1-on-1 and he ended up getting about it. It's like the other coach is looking like,
yeah, bro. He's one of the quickest.
who he's supposed to do?
He the one told me how to change speed.
My mom called him Charles Barkley just specifically for that. He could do
Called him
everything on the
Bam Bam.
court and
That
was
was his name, Bam Bam.
It was fun.
I ain't surprised.
It's funny
That's
because
it.
that's how my old Boys and Girls Club instructor was. He was a big dude, at least 6.
Shout out Boys and Girls.
6'4", and he 300 pounds, 320, big gut. He played ball with us one day. This nigga did a spin in the air, a full 360 layup, and it went in.
He jellied it?
Yes.
That was a fat suit.
I said, ain't no way, man.
He was hustling.
That was a fat suit.
And then I called my pops. I said, yo, I said, Big E out here just balling. He said, oh yeah, that's what he do.
He can do that?
He said back in the day he used to dunk too. I said, used to.
And it's worse when you in them small towns because everybody else knew it before you did.
He was like, my pop said I used to ball with him. I'm like,
360
bro.
jelly with the jelly.
Hey, that's crazy.
I believe it though. Virginia is filled with people like that.
That can
which
really get at it, bro. This is
crazy.
really.
Because even I ain't gonna hold you. When I went to when I was actively balling, because I used to do little league ball and then I tried to do high school, but I didn't make it.
I give you a 20-piece right now, no cap.
That's funny.
Hey, I did not expect
I'm just stirring up the trouble, bro.
Yo, I literally was just talking trash to maybe 3 pods ago.
Oh man,
I didn't expect you to do
Hey,
that.
just look.
That's
both,
where we from, bro.
both of y'all can lose respectively.
I know we can, just not to you.
Yeah, y'all can though. That's what
I'll
I'm
be
saying.
him too.
me.
Like,
Bro, that's what I'm
All
saying.
right
That's what I'm saying. I would do y'all in Vans and call it a day. That's how confident I am.
I'll play you barefoot on some South Sudan.
Okay,
And they
bro.
can't give you buckets.
I just hit
Shout out
30,
South
so
Sudan.
I sneeze.
Yeah,
It ain't
I'm about to say,
that
y'all look like
bad,
y'all
but-
barely don't even stretch for real. Y'all don't even stretch. I got more.
Oh, I ain't gonna stretch. We
Hey,
stretch.
nowadays I really drink the whole Gatorade joint before
Before
I
you-
play. No cap. Before I
No,
play, I
bro,
need all electrolytes. No cap.
I'm not even mad at that. I'm not even gonna hold you.
No, for real though. When I was really balling at the Y some days,
He said, "I'll give you a 20-piece right now." I didn't expect that, bro.
God is with me.
Like I'm a competitor, but it's just like if I know to win, I ain't got to worry about it. Just
You good. Go ahead, bro.
But like when I was balling at ODU from time to time in the gym, I'd go in there and see niggas literally skip class just to ball.
Education
and I'm like,
means
bro,
nothing.
I'm like,
At all.
you ball.
Why are you paying for it?
I'm like, you ball for like 4 to 5 periods now, bro. Like, why are you here? They're like, I'm trying to do the walk-ons, bro. I'm trying to get on the team. And it's crazy.
How many times we hear that?
Walk to class.
Bro.
Walk on to class.
And the most funny, like the funniest moment I had in basketball at ODU was I had to jump for the rebound for this talk. This nigga was like at least like 6'5", 6'6", and he was like literally your size for real. I'm like 6 even. So we both caught the ball, but I'm squatted down. I squatted down because he trying to get on top of me. Pause.
Yeah, muscle.
I just said, you know what, bro? You are the same weight that I bench. So I just literally stood up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I stood up, and everybody on the court said, "Oh no, give him the ball."
Yeah.
It's like it's his ball.
Hey, give Country the ball. That's when you get the Country nickname. That's what you get. Hey, give Country the ball over there. Where you from? I don't know where.
Wrestling bears.
That's Country. Give Country the ball.
Like that. Like it's funny because I take that serious,
Bro,
like,
who thinks about that though? Hey, this is what I bench. You gonna stand?
Like, cause I'm like, bro, I'm not about to keep going back and forth with you. It's my ball. I'm not about to travel, so I can just stand up. I stood up. He got off my shoulders, paused, and just like, look, weight room. I said, yeah. I said, weight room. This new generation, bro. That's all I got to say. 2024.
Yeah, y'all different. Yeah, different.
All right, so I'll get back on track with it.
Get on the topic now.
What was the transition like going from sports to music?
Yeah,
Coach Parrish.
Oh God,
that was the transition.
That's really what it was.
When he
kicked you off the team,
we played Lake Taylor on Tuesday. Bryce is shout out Bryce.
I'll give you 40.
My boy. That's my guy, man.
That's my guy.
That's disrespectful. 40 is crazy.
When we were getting ready to play Lake Taylor, hey, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? He do got ratchet on him. I ain't gonna hold you.
All right, my fault.
Nah. But I got a ratchet on me now too, so as long as it's
he done grow it up. I'm proud of my boy, man.
I got tired of people saying, "Oh, he can dribble, but he can't shoot." Let that nigga shoot.
It was like Riley and Boondocks.
He just said it. Straight air ball.
Hey, my uncle. Hey, I knew I had to get a shot. I was down there with my cousin. My cousin's in NBA Paul and them, right? Yeah. So my uncle Dean didn't pick me up, man.
Slight flex, by the way. Paul Millsap is who he's talking about.
Yeah, Paul Millsap. That's my cousin, man.
Continue.
I
peeped the flex. I got it.
That's real cousin for real, man. I'll call him right now.
Hey, look,
shout out Paul Millsap.
I believe you. You say Chris Brown, his cousin. I looked at him.
I can't call him.
I'm like, I can see it. I can see it.
I can't call him.
I can see it.
I'm fat though. I can't call him though.
Man, look, my Uncle D passed me the ball. Mm-hmm. Now my mom from Louisiana. I'm talking about real Louisiana, no cap.
Yeah.
So they down there for that money.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know they were playing for money. You know what I'm saying? And so my Uncle D passed me the ball about 7 times in the same spot in the corner. I ain't make near one of them. And my uncle loved me so much, man. When the game was over, he was like, man, you gotta make one of them. I ain't see the court no more time. We visited a whole week. I ain't touched the floor for a week straight.
Gotta make one.
You gotta make one of them.
That joke do hurt.
That's love. That's love. That's real love.
Hey, I said I ate with the kids that night.
No,
yo, really big.
He was like,
big cup of orange juice.
Yeah, but it was Coach Parrish, bro.
Okay,
because. And Bryce should tell you, he pulls us in the office. Now I'm thinking he's about to, let us know, hey, I need y'all to really, step it up because, Ty, he won't come in until middle of the season. He's going to get de-walked till later on. Bucky, they playing football. Salem's football known. So by that time, for sure. So I'm thinking he's getting ready to tell us, like,
get ready.
Get on it.
And Walk was nasty too. Sidebar.
Yeah,
my bad.
He really was. He
really was nasty. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, really go ahead. My fault.
I don't know how life turned out for him, man. But
hope you great, bro.
I hope you're doing good, man. I hope you're doing good.
Right.
But pull us in there, And then, well, before then, bro, he kept making me and Bryce guard each other. Now, we both competitive. It got so dangerous, bro, that I remember Bryce was backpedaling. He fell. I'm not paying attention. I smacked into Bryce, like my inner thigh smacked into him because he fell back.
Yeah.
He hits his head on the floor.
Oh, Jesus.
I pulled the inside of my groin. I think it was just the inside of my leg. We out there hooping. That's my guy. We out there hooping. So he pulled us in a thing and was like, I got it. Now we done already made the team. Let me just say that. He say, man, I gotta let one of y'all go, man. I gotta keep one of y'all. I gotta so I'm like, I love you, Bryce, but I know it ain't gonna be me. I mean, but Bryce is younger than he's a year younger than me.
Facts.
If you know anything about Coach Perry,
he
talks
always
about
favored the older people. He always
talks about
favored the older people that was on the team.
Yeah. And so, that's my guy Bryce, man. I know it was ever bad blood with us. But this is what pissed me off with him. This man told me, but because you are that good, because no one can really guard, that's the truth. I need you to work these guys out. I said, you want to be a practice player?
Oh, no.
My dad was outside in the work van. I came out. You ever seen He Got Game? When he threw the ball over there? That was me. I'm sick of this, man. Through the joint. You gonna keep Dante? Dante, that's my guy, man. Shout out to Dante if you ever seen it. When I walked out and I said, my dad said, because I had to keep my dad from getting out the truck. Now, my dad will tell his testimony on his own. My dad from around the way. My dad was OG Lincoln Park Pyro for real. He was that guy. Stamp.
Right.
So he's a preacher now. And for real, right. No cap.
New man.
Oh, yeah. My dad,
I'm just thinking
he's
about
solid, man.
I'm just thinking about the pastor for BMF now. I ain't going
Fox is good, man. Man. My dad, as long as I've been born, man, my dad has always been 100 and been good. But you hear stories. When you're real, you hear stories. Yeah. So, I told my dad, hey, go on. Nah, don't worry about it. Anyways, I got in the truck. My mom, the next day, the Monday or whatever, it was kind of like I thought it was a little riot, a little feud. They was like, what you mean you're not on the team? I told you the girl Brianna Daniels was like,
yeah. Shout out Brianna.
Shout out Brianna. First black
woman on the NASCAR team. Yeah.
And still so humble, so down to earth, bro. Yeah. But she said, he kept Dante? Shout out to my boy Dante, man. It won't me, man. I'm just telling you what they say.
Hey, in high school, it's loud at all times of the day. Yeah. So we ain't have no filter, no chill. Filter, I know she screamed that to the top of her lungs.
Yeah, man.
Especially in the cafeteria.
Yeah, and that's the day, bro. My mom said, what you want to do? You know, I transferred from Salem and went back to Lansdowne because of that. I was so shocked that
I'm too good.
Like,
I'm too good.
Well, I don't know if he was saying, I ain't gonna toot my own horn, but this is what he told me in the locker room. He said, man, because you are that good, like, I need you to, because I'm offensively gifted. That's the truth. Now, did it ever go process into a real life game? No. KJ will tell you. Oh, I figured out why you kept looking over. Let me help you out.
No, you good. You good.
Did it? Yeah.
I was looking over. I check sometimes levels and whatnot.
Touching the under
the chair. Yeah.
I should have caught that the first time. I kept thinking like.
I was like,
if somebody gonna keep farting and not saying
nothing. No, because I'm like, is somebody hitting the microphone? I think it's because you might be kicking the cord. Pull the cord up and put it around the back.
What really happened was my phone vibrated because I had a call, and then it kept vibrating.
Yeah, that's good like that. Nah, that part I saw. That was funny. That was funny.
I heard the nonchalant shrug.
What was funny was I thought it was my phone, so I'm gonna just leave it alone. And I see you. All right, my fault.
No. That's the story, man. No, it ain't like no deep origin story or nothing like that. But like, it's Coach Paris. Right. I pray the Lord it's keeping. I seen him one time.
I seen him too.
I don't know where I was at. I was at a barbershop. Really. He walked in, but Coach Perry's hair is kind of thinning. I don't know what he was doing in there.
He stick out like a sore thumb anywhere he go.
Yeah. Shout out to you, man. I love God, but if I ever see Coach Perry on site, man, he's gonna have to run me.
That's crazy.
You gonna have to rub at least one.
He looked like he looked like a short Todd McCullough.
Yeah, I don't know what he was mixed with. Cause I couldn't put my finger on it.
He was mixed with white and poor coaching. That's what he was mixed with. That's what he was mixed
Hey, did
with.
you see his stats?
Hey, KJ.
No, I didn't see his stats.
KJ.
He probably had Skip Bayless stats.
Worse.
He just said.
He was tall for nothing.
No, listen.
He was like a Brendan Fraser at power forward.
No, listen. You just basically, legitimately said what Kendrick Lamar said to Drake.
Bro, I'm
He
so
said, I
serious.
will be trying to hide the pipe of God watching.
I really love God, bro. That's just one. The Lord is still working on me.
No, I
Literally.
get, trust me, we here with that. So
Yeah,
I get
that's
it.
just one that
But
I'm
I just
like,
had to point
we
that out.
all a work in progress, bro. We all.
Bro, he really I really transferred high school and graduated from Lansdowne. Though I started at Lansdowne private school, but yeah.
And found out he could sing again.
Yeah, I did find my love to sing again. Hey, it started with a little
Imagine being so
resentment.
trash, you push someone into another lane to greatness.
Hey, you know what? I appreciate you, man. Because if it wasn't
Yes,
for you,
sir. Yes,
I may
sir.
not even found my love again.
No,
bro. Shout out to
right,
you, bro.
right. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be just 130.
I got a question.
Yes,
You know what
sir,
I'm saying?
bro.
I got a question. We heard about your upbringing and everything about that. Far as like right now, like, are you working on anything, or were you just taking a break? Or
Oh, music?
yeah,
So I'm glad you asked me that, bro, because let me say this. I was so well known at one point. I literally was making waves. I'm talking about famous people, DMs, messaging. Of course, you don't really count that as nothing, but I'm talking about I had a deal with Sony. I was distribution deal with Sony.
Word,
It was
tough.
really there, man. I saw my advance bonus. I quit my job. This is pre-COVID. This is
Dang.
I knew that it was so serious, bro.
COVID
I called my
ruined so
daughter's
much.
mama. I called my daughter's mama, and I was I guess the Lord humbled me because I was gloating a little bit. I said, I told you it was going to happen. I told you, don't worry about it. I know things are going to
Right.
I promise you. I promise you. Anyway,
we'll get into it.
the Lord had.
This is the real side of what really be going on. I just want everyone to know that. I
Yeah.
ain't been fortunate to make it that far yet because I just rap. But if yeah.
Oh my God, but
Go
come on
ahead.
now. You don't just rap.
And the way he be downplaying
I
stuff,
just-
It's
bruh.
crazy,
Like,
right?
I'm good at picking beats.
He's such a
but I
good
just
guy. You
rap.
don't want to threaten like,
I
bro, I'll
can't
really
sing.
fight you for disrespecting yourself.
Bro, I can't sing,
You,
man.
if you keep
Yeah, but
worrying
you
about what you
have
can't do,
substance,
you,
bro.
like, yeah.
You
That's
got
right.
substance, you got cadence, you've got knowledge. You refuse to be a mumble rapper. You've got great flow
I got
with
some
beats. You
mumble rap. I got
feels.
some mumble
You got a
rap.
nice flow,
You
bro.
can mix. You can audio engineer. I told you, bro.
Oh no!
Earlier.
Hey, before any of my engineer friends see this, I can't mix worth a damn. I'm here freestyling.
Let me tell you
I know about game.
Bro, you do better
That's
than
about
I
it.
seen somebody, bro, literally record a song on their phone and uploaded it.
Oh yeah, I see that too.
And I
see that
said,
too. You can't do that, and they did.
and you
No.
get the TikTok songs that you get
yeah,
today.
that
when-
little one little
when people
minute
do
and then
that,
the rest of
yeah.
the song trash. But
$1 Million Baby.
yeah.
My bad.
No.
It's a plethora of songs. that we can go.
Yeah,
It's a
hey,
long
I
list,
did
bro.
choose the one Virginia person to shit on. That's my
I'm
bad.
like, yeah,
I'm
bro.
a work in progress.
Hey, you know
I'm
that
sorry.
thing you were saying at the beginning? I partook in that.
Hey, that's me. That's me.
Got you.
Full accountability. That's me.
But
That's me.
But you're so, and I'm not just saying this because you're my brother. I'm literally saying this as a creative to a creative. You actually have the right to speak about the field we are in. If you weren't good, bro, I would be very quiet. I'll be very quiet.
You don't
too.
gotta say it.
No, I'm not gonna say it, and you're not gonna say it
I'm
either.
gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
No, don't.
I
don't,
piggyback
don't,
off of that
don't,
because
don't.
put your hand down,
Please,
because
bro.
because that can
You
that
don't know what
goes-
you're doing. I know what's going on right now.
That can go on for like just multiple
Yeah.
aspects, and like just in life and other talents as well. It's like if a person that's watching basketball has something to say about basketball,
Right.
you can kind of say they contributed to basketball because
Right.
their opinions matter to the player, not to the people that's around the player, but the actual player. So even with music, if somebody don't like your stuff, but the producer is like letting you know, like, look, tweak this. You can't say, oh, the producer is not a part of making a song or being a rapper. He making your beats.
That's
He
true.
doing everything like that. So if it's a person that's in a mentorship or giving advice on anything when it comes to rap, dance, videography, photography, whatever, they still contributed to that culture
Yes.
in a way where it's like, look, not even just coaching, to that field.
I'm finna take a walk.
Because
I got my sunglasses
It's
on
like-
right now, my
it's-
Cyclops.
no, it's not even throw no shade, but it's just be realistic here, bro. Because it's like I had people like that before anything that happened on today's type of situation. Before I came to Norfolk, it's people that was like that. It was like, yeah, you can't say this because you don't do this. Why can't that? You know what I mean? Opinion is an opinion. You have a strong opinion for a reason.
Yeah, of
You
course,
know what I mean?
everyone.
Like, it doesn't mean
Artist
it's a fact.
subjective is
You
artist
know,
subjective.
yeah, it doesn't
I mean,
mean it's a
you can't
fact.
really get past that.
Yeah, just it's like I don't like when people are saying the audience don't have an opinion when they contribute to what you giving to them. Like if you don't work and practice on it, what you doing it for? Like of course you doing it for yourself, but
Yeah.
if you doing it around a big crowd of people and you just like, man, I don't care about what they say, I'm just gonna go out here for me, and they don't say or make no sound for you, and then you go back and be like, why didn't people cheer for me?
Right. I
You know
think
what
that
I'm
goes for just who the person is. There's some people that will do it whether they cheer or not. I'm one of those guys.
Yeah.
But then you do have people. Though, all of it's important. I wouldn't never disown the audience or the producer, even though I do everything. I'm everything but the audience. But I mean, I'm my biggest critic, no cap. So,
Yeah.
it is, brother. But I am one of those guys that lean on the I don't mind your opinion.
Yeah.
When it comes down to there's a boundary line in your opinion about how it made you feel. But where you
Exactly.
try to tell me how to change my craft, but you're not knowledgeable in the skill,
Exactly.
then your advice is not going to really work because you don't really know much about it.
And I get that. It's
Yeah.
like you can take the advice, but you don't necessarily got to receive it in a way where it's gonna help you. You can be like, all right, it's bad advice, or it's advice that don't pertain to me. I'm not gonna diss you and be like, you shouldn't tell me that, or like I'm looking at you like you a peasant giving me advice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the reason why he's so quiet because he think I'm about to attack on some.
You
stuff.
already did.
I didn't.
You already-
I really did. I really did. He called.
No, because
he said
no, because you're right. You're right. He's 1,000% right. He didn't, but it's more than just him. So when I have an understanding of outside of him, his actions, you give a nigga a rope, he turn into a cowboy. You just gave a smidgen of yarn. I promise you, it'll be a tiger playing with a ball of yarn by the time. But and really, the unfortunate part is we are all victims of perception at some point in time.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
And the perception ends up being so. Perception also results in people choosing when to apply effort.
Yeah.
And people put more effort into molding into their perception rather than embracing what the reality is, because everyone is so set on accepting reality, nobody realizes how much within reality we really control and how much of your reality you can control just with something as simple as perception. So you only accept the reality that exists within your perception. That is the most unfortunate part about all of that, because he's speaking very true and very factual and very broad, but it's very specific to who it applies to, because perception is of a slug now. People only go with perception toward what they want to believe about certain things, based off of what fits how they want to look at you. Yeah. More so than what they already knew you for. He done sat beside me and has known me since the very first day he seen me and recognized me in 2018. And he's been the same person since then, except he's evolved into a better form of himself. I've had to do the same. Yeah, me too. You've had to do the same. For sure. My brother Tre has had to do the same. So from what I've seen from him, what I've heard from him, and what I've seen just based off of how his environment is set, I don't need to delve too much into a perception that he hasn't given me at any point in time. So if anything was ever offered to me different, I would have to vet it. I'd have to look and say, well, what would make you say that? then I would have to go to him and be like, yo, why do you think they feel that way about you?
Yeah.
But if it don't ever get to that point,
Yeah.
do it really matter, or is that just what you want to believe in your head?
Yeah, because, I mean...
And I was very vague in what I just said, but
Yeah.
I know how that can turn.
Yeah, no. I'm with you. I'm walking
You
with
feel
you.
what I'm
I'm
saying?
walking with you for real.
And you was using trigger words too, which I already...
I'm using trigger
You're
words.
using
I'm
big
just
C words. You can't
using-
use the words no
using
more.
trending words. You know what I mean?
True,
Words
because not like us is, culture and all
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I'm
Whatever.
just using words that's trending at the moment. It's like, even though the word culture been around for so long, it's just that you gotta watch how you use that word. It's like, are you really for the culture or not? You know what I'm saying? And people, when it comes to this, it's just like a lot of people feel like they paid away when sometimes they did, but it really won't a big scale that they think
They
it
paved
was.
one square of
You know what I mean?
sidewalk that they stand on.
And some of us is just right.
And they
right
acting
place,
like
right
they
time.
paved a parking lot when it's just this one sidewalk square that you only stand on.
And it's like, and it's also it's people that have paid their dues in the culture that
Facts.
don't brag about it because
Facts.
it's like you love the culture. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because I've been to classes. I don't be telling everybody, yeah, I pay $25 every time I go to the class, like you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? You want to go there to learn, you're supposed to pay the money.
And not $750 to get on a battle card.
I don't know
Sorry,
where that
go
went.
Go ahead.
I don't know where that came
My
from.
bad.
What was
Nah,
that?
just call back.
What was that about?
just a call back.
Last episode.
Two episodes ago.
Two episodes
ago.
ago. 2 episodes ago.
Hey, got me on that. When-
But that just meaning basically is just saying you can't pay your way to get in somewhere. If you actually are talented, you're talented. If you actually support something, you're gonna support it with the love behind it and actually being generous behind it. Not just, all right, I'm gonna do it just because I'm gonna benefit from it. No, you're gonna do it because you love it, and that love is gonna benefit you just to be better, regardless.
And speaking of that, when did you realize you fell in love with music?
Sad we just did that.
You guys are good.
We had to spin that one real quick.
You guys are good.
It could have went left. It coulda went left. Yeah.
Man.
I don't got time to be
Because as specifically as a gospel artist, people may believe that you might have been listening to gospel all of your life and you've always only had a love for that. So
Man, you all have some awesome. It was 2 questions too. That's a good question too. It was also a question that you asked me about where I'm at now too.
Oh yeah, my bad.
So, tell me which one y'all want me to.
That one.
So let's go first.
Yeah.
So where I'm at now, once that deal fell through with Sony, right, and all that stuff, and I quit my job, and I seen people talk about. I seen it in my hands, and it fell through. Went into a depression. That's what put me in the military. And so I didn't get a chance to. I had just got off I don't know if y'all know who Molly Music is. I had just got off a live with Molly Music. He had just followed me. I followed him back. He was only following like 20 people. I was one of them. I get comparisons to him a lot, but I'm okay because the guy's awesome. Dude, so
actually, Storm and his wife, they're actually pretty good friends with Molly Music.
Really?
Yeah.
That's my guy, man.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah,
He's
that's
so
fire.
dope, man.
Small. Well, not small world, small circles.
So,
For real.
That happened, bro. I went to the military. So where I'm at now,
What
I
branch?
Army.
Okay,
For sure,
all right.
Army.
You know, somebody gonna ask.
But
Yeah, Army for sure.
I knew he was in the Army once he brought somebody else earlier that was in the Army.
Yeah. We said that off
Well,
mic,
yeah.
so I wanted to, him to say it on mic. Go ahead and rep your set. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, listen. It's a great day to be a soldier. Man. So I
Federal
can't take
gang
that.
member. Federal gang member.
Yo, hey, federal is crazy. I know some
United States gang member.
I know some real ones in that thing, man. COVID put some real ones in. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Oh yeah, tough times. My fault. Go ahead.
No, man. Listen. You all are actually moving at the pace of my brain, and that's how my brain works. So I'm locked in.
Just firing everywhere.
Yeah.
So you said that pushed you into the Army.
Yeah, that put me in the Army. So I'm really just getting back to music because when I came back from the Army, I realized, because I took off running, what I should have done, and let me say this to any artist, any creative, that if you get to in the rooms that you believe that you're supposed to be in and it doesn't work out that first time or the second time, you know you have what it takes to get in that room. You've got to reflect and say, okay, what is it that I need to do to keep me in this room? Or is this even the room I need to be in?
Right.
So what I end up doing, I took off running because I was a ticking time bomb. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I was getting ready to explode. I didn't want to explode on the people I love because I'm one of those guys. If I do explode, there's no coming back from it. Which is why that guy, when I was in arms, why that beating was so bad for him because he just happened to be the guy I exploded on. And I was in a relationship and she caught some of that explosiveness too. But anyways, so when I got back, I was just, taking my time, trying to get back. So I'm really just getting back into music. People have been like, bro, where have you been? You still doing this? So I'm just now getting back to it. So where I'm at now, that's what I'm doing. I'm really getting my footing back together. I sat before the Lord and I was like, okay, I want longevity in this thing. And longevity is more than just making a song, making a project. It's so many ins and outs. When I made that prayer, you know who I came across? La Russell.
Really? Oh, man.
And that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That blueprint, I want that. That's what I'm going to do.
Shout out La Russell. I don't know if you're ever going to see this, but shout out to you, man.
Good company, man. You literally set the tone.
For sure.
But yeah, that's that. Now, to find out when I fell in love with music, let me say this like this. I don't consider, because I can be controversial.
Yeah, let's do it.
I did grow up. I grew up in church. So yeah, I did. But if you ever got a chance to talk to my parents, my mom and dad tell you, I wasn't really big on Mississippi Mass Choir. I didn't really like stuff like that. That wasn't like my thing.
Right.
I started singing R&B. I was singing R&B in like middle school.
Yeah.
And when I started singing again, the 10th grade or so in high school, I was singing R&B. There's songs right now you can pull up and you can hear me using profanity. Shock you. What? What?
I heard you when we was hooping. So
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Would shock me very much.
That's crazy. I literally I didn't make up my mind to until I got into college.
What's one of the early songs you would cover? Like during that time, what's some songs you would cover? Give me three.
As far as like on the R&B side.
Yeah. Go ahead, snitch.
Man,
who got you in trouble?
Hey, at that time, that boy Miguel was on.
I was about to say.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember me in college, but I did have the Miguel.
You did.
I was wearing leather in 90-degree weather, bro.
Crazy. That's crazy.
That really was the time.
That's real R&B.
That really. Oh my god. That really was the time. It was when the leather tank tops was out. You had leather jeans.
Hold on. What year? Hold on. What year? This had to be like at least 2015.
No, it was 13, 14.
I was about to say 2014 at least, because I know Tiger was wearing that shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about K and Khalil. Special K and Blocker. They had the leather tank tops. They had the leather pants that they might not wear with the leather tank top. You got to switch it out. You know what I'm saying? Because it get hot.
Yeah.
So, but they was gonna wear it though, regardless.
Me too.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Every day.
Dang,
every day.
So Miguel.
This dude his name was Kevin McCall. I don't know if y'all remember.
I remember K-Mac. I remember K-Mac. Yeah.
Man. And really, got to be Bob Marley-ish, and I still sing Bob to.
Okay.
Bob is always a good.
Just for the vocal texture. But listen, man, I figured out this. The gospel of Jesus Christ is applied to everyday life. And so when I sit down and write a song, I'm thinking about in my everyday walk, how am I encountering Jesus? Those are the songs that I get. I came out the gun. The first gospel song technically I put out was Gin and Juice. It was a cover to Gin and Juice. Cameo, Candy by Cameo.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying, all this other stuff. So I always say, man, the gospel's applied to everyday life. So it just depends on where you know me from. If you see me
true.
in church, you see me leading praise and worship, I'm 100 that. You see me outside of there, you gonna catch like what you just heard or something like that.
Yeah.
So I got one more question.
Yeah.
One question. All right. So basically, you just not describe yourself as like more of a upbeat, uptune Christian artist, but I want to ask the Christian artists from the 90s to the early 2000s. What's the difference between the new age Christian artists?
Now, are we saying in the aspect of like music style, or are you saying are we speaking on like the rapping in general, or
Yeah,
we
like just the style.
or the style?
Like-
So, that's a good question. Let me
That is a
answer
good
like
question.
this.
That is a good question.
When it comes down to the things of God, the Lord moves in dispensations of time.
Yeah.
Right. That was an age and a dispensation of time, and I use the word church age, and I use that lightly because when you think about those early 90s and 2000, you think church.
Yeah.
Church. And I'm not saying like
That
not
is
like
true.
we don't go to church, we still go to church.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that churchy feel
Yeah.
that
So it's
that,
like more soul. behind
yeah,
it.
it's man, I don't know how to.
Soul
it's just
blues.
the honesty of their time.
Culture.
Yeah. It's
Because when we speak about culture and what fellowship really meant
Yeah.
during those time periods, fellowship has been blatantly watered down over the past probably decade and change because of a bit of a resentment everyone had for what the church was rather than what the purpose of going there was.
What,
Yeah.
what year was you born in?
98.
You know what's a topic that we got to discuss in the 90s
Talk to us.
is what I don't think many people in the 90s really know their place in the world because we're pre-internet, we're post-internet. We are literally that.
We're the middle child.
13
Yeah,
years
for sure.
Yeah, the middle
For sure.
child.
it really revolutionized the world.
For sure.
And so many people, when we talk about believers or
Yeah.
kingdom, so many experience so much church hurt. They're just now coming back. A lot of people born in the 90s are just now really coming back to church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of
That's
that.
a fact.
Because
That's
of
a
the
fact.
resent. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it was this and this and this and this.
It was mainly because I realized a lot of around like 2011. I seen a pastor just try to promote the gospel in a way where it was like, all right, this is taken away from the actual gospel.
Let me
You know what I mean?
apologize for that. Man.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
sorry
That's
you had
why.
to experience
That's
that,
why
man.
it's just like I just read the Bible now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Read the Bible, pray, and I just have my conversations every day. That's how I go about it. Yeah. If I'm invited to church, I don't mind going to church.
Yeah.
It's more so that particular church, it did rub me the wrong way to a point where I was like, dang, should I still believe in this?
And,
You know what I mean?
and me being the one here that is the least versed in what they talking about right now, what I can speak toward is his experience should not, and this is for all facets of life.
Yeah.
Pardon me if I go on a tangent.
No.
What he experienced was what he experienced, and that's not for everyone else to internalize and compartmentalize and to place on everyone else.
Hey,
Yeah,
go
exactly.
ahead and repeat that one more time, man.
Repeat
Because
that.
What he went through, what Tre has gone through, what I've gone through is not meant for other people to personalize and compartmentalize it as their experience and place that on everyone else.
Yeah.
Not all of you have been through what he's been through. Not all of you have experienced the traumas that y'all be trying to trauma bond with other people
man,
with.
this guy's good.
Not all of y'all experience these generational curse and really be pinning charges on people for stuff that y'all have never actually went through because y'all want to relate to people who are actually victims of things.
So bad.
Let's stop doing that because what has happened is there's now a loud minority that's not really a majority. It's a loud minority that has caused a lot of watering down of what is the essence of what really is for things that should be authentic to whoever it remains authentic to. Everyone is looking for things that are not immediately available here to try to validate themselves rather than going to what built up what is around you. So there are churches who do preach the gospel. There are churches who do speak to testimony. There are churches that are not looking, or there are pastors that are not looking to take the collection plate to go get a Phantom.
I'm
Fact.
telling
They
you.
actually using
Say
it.
bro.
They actually using it to renovate the building and to be able to further. They're actually going out, doing the picnics, doing the cookouts, spreading the word, going to the beach, going
that's
to the
what I
beach and
need,
preaching the
bro.
word to
And that's
people.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying. That's why I grew up on. That's the church I
Right,
grew up
right.
in. So it's like for me to get a certain age to like branch off to a different church and going to that church, I was
see
like,
that.
it messed everything.
That's
up.
hurt.
You know
Yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
'Cause it's like I will always give a church a chance. Like if I go to one church and it's like the energy is off, I don't go back to that church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sad part is, man, we are bringing people to. The issue, really, man, is we are bringing people to church, but we're not really bringing them to God.
Yeah.
And so
That was my main thing.
Say that again.
Yeah,
Say that
bar.
again.
Church, yeah.
That was a bar.
Yeah,
me
we're bringing
write
people
that
to church
down.
and
Hold
not
on.
bringing them to God
I'm gonna
because
write that down.
when I grew up in church and I come from a really good church, man,
Yeah.
legit. But I didn't encounter the Lord Jesus myself until I was 23.
Yeah.
And that didn't mean I didn't hear good words. That didn't mean I was at a good church. That just mean that was the time the Lord chose to say, okay, let me introduce myself to you, which I learned through music is how he introduced himself to me. So I think for those that have not been to church in a long time, or you have felt the thing, or you want to come to church, go in with the mindset that one man and mankind is mankind. That's
sure.
just that.
For sure.
Your goal is to get there, find community, find a church that will bring you to God. And it's our, if I'm speaking for myself, my job, say I didn't know you and you were an unbeliever. My job is to live my life in such a way that you would say, what is it about this guy?
Exactly.
Then I communicate, hey, I'm a believer. Believer what? A believer in Jesus Christ. It's my goal to introduce you to the Lord and then let the Lord have his way in you. Don't leave you.
Yeah.
Walk with you and everything like that, but I can't do the Holy Spirit's job.
Yeah, because that's basically what it is with me and my girlfriend. For real.
Yeah.
It's like my girlfriend is more of a spiritualist, but she understands that Jesus Christ is real. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So what she went through was more so of she had people use the word of the Bible in the wrong way, in a harmful way.
Yeah,
and it's
people
like
do
I fell victim to that as well. So it's like when she came to me and I was explaining it to her, it was more so in a way like how you just basically said. It's not up for me to force it on you, but you gonna see why I'm like this. And once I explain it, it's more so like, yeah, I understand that. Even with this, I know it's hard to find a good Bible. To me, it's hard to find a good Bible because a lot of stuff been tampered with in a way. So once I found that out, I was like, all right, that's the reason why some of these pastors are doing some of the things, because they are tampered with, just like how the Bible is tampered with. That's not to say what's in the Bible is not real. It's just you have to be understanding what you are reading and how you can dissect it. Because I had an actual Bible and I was able to dissect it from a different Bible. That's what I mean. It's like you gonna study it, and that's why I came more of a follower of Christ. Because seeing it at a young age and getting baptized at a young age is just, of course, once you get older, it's up to you to fully understand why did you do that. Because I did that at 7, and I had a dream that I saw Jesus at that time too.
Yeah.
So it's like, why did that happen?
Well, I wish we had time to talk about that, because you know how many people have spiritual encounters, man. Ain't people really leaving the church because no one is explaining to them. Let me say this: the spiritual, it is.
Well, pull the mic a little bit closer to you so that way they can hear you, because I know what you about to get into.
I'm not gonna dive crazy into it because for a setting like this, it's just good to know, hey man, let's be introduced to Jesus. But you can't ignore the fact that people are understand the spiritual world is more realer than the natural world. There's no way around that.
Exactly.
I like that.
Scripture is scripture. The Bible says God is the spirit. If you worship him, you gotta worship him in spirit and in truth. There's no way around that.
Exactly.
They say, well, what is Jesus? What happened? What does that mean? Okay, Jesus was God Emmanuel. He was Emmanuel. I mean, he was God with us. He was the Word made flesh, and he dwelled among us, and we beheld his glory. But so you have so many people that come out of like new age things and spiritual things, and they go to churches and they say, okay, y'all don't understand what's really going on, and this is just routine for y'all. Y'all just showing up out of routine. But I know what I see.
Oh,
and
man, yeah, that's real.
I know what I dream, There's nobody here to interpret what I've dreamed. There's nobody in here to tell me about what I'm seeing.
Right.
There's nobody in here telling me about what's this, what's that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's talking about this, but this is the stuff that I'm looking for and I need answers to. What you gonna tell a person that dreamed about President Trump being shot? And they done dreamed that 2-3 months ago, and they wake up and they're telling their friend, or they go to their local church and they say, I dreamed this, and they telling you, well, you shouldn't have went to sleep watching Transformers. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, man, this didn't feel like no Transformer.
You can't be drinking sugar after 8 p.m., man. You're gonna have these crazy visions.
For the church and for the body of Christ, because there's a difference. You know, the church world and the body of Christ are two different things. But for the body of Christ, and I'm trying not to sound preachy, but I do preach.
No, you good.
But I really do. I pray that a lot of us coming up, that we truly understand what is at stake here, because there is a lot of people that are truly gifted, that really do love God. They really love God. There's no denying that. But no one's really saying, okay, this is what you gonna tell a woman that was raped from 4 to 12. How you gonna share the gospel to her? What are you going to tell her? For me, a kid that could see in the spirit since a kid, but was introduced to pornography at 10. And guess what pornography did to me? Dulled my prophetic gift, dulled my eyes, because now what I declared, what is prophecy, it became fantasy to me.
Bars.
That everything
that is a bar.
Is, you know what I'm saying? It perverted my prophetic.
Say that one more time.
And so everything that would be prophecy, I'm using my prophetic gift to fantasize, and it's happening. I'm telling. Anyways, that's just a thing another time. I don't want to get too crazy.
That's hard. That's hard.
But what are you going to tell? You know, it's really for the church. It's time for us, and I'm going to speak on behalf of the body of Christ, for us to really get somewhere, sit down, learn God for ourselves. Because how you going to preach about a God that you don't know? You know, and
exactly.
When it comes, especially when it comes down to the Bible, so many things you got to take in consideration. Culture, what's going on there, the real context of the Bible, and then Revelation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't read the Bible like a novel. It's not going to work.
And that's what they do.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I think, and for those that may be listening, and even if it was ever a time, man, if you ever come across another believer that have not said this to you, of course I know y'all still believers, but I'm just saying, listen, there are some of us coming up, there are fathers in the gospel that are called, that are sitting their sons and daughters down and say, listen, let me explain to you what to do. And I was just telling somebody this. God does not play about his children, his people. You cannot be rude to God's children. No matter what position you are in, these are God's people, and you have to be so gentle with them. No matter what they're going through, you have to be so gentle. You can't be snappy. I understand things, but you have to be so gentle with God's people. And last thing, it's with love and kindness how I'm drawing them. Now, the whole thing with the Olympics is happening, and I did not appreciate what happened on the Olympics. I don't know if y'all saw it.
I peeped it, and I'm not gonna lie.
What was it?
Jordan was
so boom. They had a bunch of people dressed in drag imitate the Last Supper.
Oh,
and then they had the. What was it? Was it in Revelations?
Yeah, the horse.
The white horse.
I seen that. Yeah, I seen that.
That joint is crazy. Don't y'all know? Did they not? Here's what people got to play about the Bible.
They using the other stuff. Like
the scripture tells you. Listen, it says, "Blessed is the man that honors what is in this." And I'm talking about just in Revelations that honors what's in this, been written in this book, and the one that don't. It says every curse that's been spoken in this book,
it's gonna happen to them. It's going.
Man, you play. I don't tell you play with the Bible at all.
Yeah.
But one book you don't want to play around with is the Book of Revelations. That's clear as day. Tell you, look, man.
Because like during the COVID time, that's what I was reading. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, too much stuff that I seen or read about as a child is happening now.
But on the brighter side, because there's so much going on, and then we can, maneuver. Listen, I just got out of church, so I could get.
You good, man?
But on the brighter side, I was on a TikTok. You know how they do lives, and it was some young people love God, on fire for God, but they have been so warped to live in fear. Oh, this is America. Oh, this country is terrible. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? And I'm like, if I was an unbeliever, I'm not joining that.
For a fact.
Bro, it's different to be telling the truth. There are some things that will happen because it's on God's timeline. There are other things that happen because the children of God permit them to happen.
Basically, be manifested to happen.
Yes, because we don't understand the power of words. A lot of things that people have deemed to be demonic and stuff like that, it's actually biblical principle. It's in the Bible. So, yeah, man, on the brighter side, listen, there is hope in the world. Jesus is the hope of glory. Yes, things will happen, but keep your eyes on the Lord. If you need scripture of encouragement, go read Psalms 121 about keeping your eyes unto the hills for will come of your help, knowing that he doesn't sleep nor slumber, but your foot will not, he ain't going to suffer your foot to be moved. Okay.
Well, I'll darken it back up because I do feel that needs to be talked about. What happened at the Olympics? No, what happened at the Olympics, I do feel needs to be talked about because
for sure.
Because this is one of those things where
I did not like that.
What was the title of the last episode? It was I'm gonna look it up just to pay proper respects to it because you was the one that pointed out the title. God, every time, Google Drive, fix that every time I go on Google Drive, I'm logged into a totally different, don't respond to me, Google, I saw that. Every time I go into Google Drive, I'm on a different email every time. Just put me back on the, what's the name? Come on now. Bandwagon Activist. Yeah. That was the title of the last pod. Hey, listen.
You my guy.
We watching Captain L'America.
I don't know how he has an Android.
Oh, because it's amazing.
It is better.
It's
you're my
better.
guy, but
it's quality-wise better. Like, I'm not about to get on him because I used to have an Android.
I did too. It's just because of the caliber of what he does, I wouldn't expect
it matches.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I respect, because he's not a trendy guy. He's going to go with what's necessary for the job.
All right, and this is what we about to do.
All right. I'm off of it. I just had to point that out.
Listen, and even something as simple as this, right? We let so many things dictate what our next decision is going to be. Exactly. That has nothing to do with our interests or what's aligned with us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When y'all saw the Olympics, if you cut it off, awesome. Wonderful. That's beautiful. Trying to tell everyone that if you continue to watch the Olympics, you are endorsing Satanism. Bro, I'm going to watch LeBron get 20. LeBron can be a man of God and still play for Team USA. Kevin Durant.
He's not a man of God. Conspiracy theories. I got facts for it. You know what I'm saying?
I won't dive into. I won't dive into.
You know what I mean? If we gonna speak about being believers,
Devin
that
Booker,
means you gotta reveal the truth at all times.
Devin Booker can be a man of God and drop 20. Kevin Durant can be a man of. I'm saying they can be.
They can be.
So if you're saying he can't be, then that's another conspiracy theory.
No, let me rephrase that. It's not that they can't. It's that they're not. It's a different thing.
Well, I'm not putting that on nobody, but again, I don't know that fact because I ain't never met LeBron a day in my life.
And that's true.
I don't put that on Jay-Z. I don't put that on Beyonce. I don't put that on none of them because we'll bypass all of these people that are within the community who really do be on that type of time. But we love to point at black leaders as always being of the devil.
I'm consistent. No matter what race, brother.
Listen, I'm consistent too. I mind my business. What business do always cross me though?
Yeah,
is we grew up playing sports. We grew up understanding what the Olympics was.
Yeah,
and what the Olympics is don't necessarily represent what's been represented in our country for the past 25 to 400 years.
Now I ain't gonna lie, the pay grade kind of represents what we're currently going through.
I mean, so does the NFL playoffs pay grade too.
Like, I'm not saying no, brother. If you win a Olympic gold for United States, you're getting $20,000.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Compared to a place in like Turkish or something like that, they get $750,000 if they get gold. Yes.
I mean,
That's new to me.
I mean, but again, they not over there because they have to be. They over there because they want to be. That's why they ain't really sent that many great players over there, and I don't know how long. They only over there now because Noah Lyles wouldn't shut his damn mouth. So stop hating on NBA champions because all the best players in the world want to come to the NBA and nobody want to watch you run fast. All right, cool. So anyway,
now that was funny too.
Anyway,
Oh Lord,
when it
went on 10.
When it comes to everyone, when you saw what you saw, you made your observation, and you can keep the same energy moving forward. That's beautiful and that's wonderful. Projecting that onto everybody else so everyone can be forced to believe what you believe in out of fear. Respectfully, no one is subscribing to that. And the reason why no one is subscribing to that is because someone finding out in their journey that they see something that's for them is totally different than you trying to grab someone by the collar and show them something that they're not going to look at. I totally believe in everything that they're saying right now, because what's the point of me trying not to believe something? I'm not going to pin it on everybody because that's just not what I do. Same reason why I now have information of a lot of things that have happened in my past, where it's like I'm not finna just dismiss information, but I'm also not going to be on the side of being a bandwagon activist for something that I'm not really an activist for.
Preach.
I'm not finna do that. So when I see the Olympics, I don't see that because I wasn't busy watching the Olympic ceremony. It don't mean nothing to me at all. One thing that y'all do too much is y'all give too much power to fear. Y'all give way more power to things that don't matter than things that do. I don't care about what they doing on the Olympic ceremony if I ain't got no power in my crib to watch it no way. Get your priorities right so you can understand what you really need to focus on in the first place.
And you never wrong.
You bring up a good point,
and and to me it only speaks to faith.
Yeah, you're really talking the gospel. What people don't point out about Jesus. One thing that Jesus did while he was here, which for some reason believers skip over, is he literally dealt with the issue, the problem the person had first.
Yeah.
You believe I can do this? I believe. Go and sin no more. So people, it ain't that, like you say, you can't drag someone. If you can display results, you have no issue.
Thank you.
If I walk into a country that is dealing with hunger, and I prophesy to the ground, and I tell it in the name of Jesus to bring forth harvest, and it brings forth harvest, which it will.
You got me.
Got me.
It's very simple.
You know that happened with the 3 Hebrew boys, right? When they got in the fire, the king said, "Hey, whatever God that they serve, if anybody talks bad about them, hey, chop them on up into pieces." That's what it said. That's what it said.
That's real though. That's Old Testament.
So you bring up a good point. The point is this: you don't have to force them, produce the results, and let people see.
And please stop trying to fear bait everybody. Listen. If we see what's going on, you can acknowledge the most power. And Larry has told me this because for a minute, I dehumanized myself so much so to where me not acknowledging something means I ignored it within myself. I can't do that, but I can forcefully not acknowledge something. When you don't acknowledge something and you don't give power to something, speak power to truth.
Exactly.
And speak truth to power. But don't speak a bunch of other things that do not matter in the grand scheme of whatever you got going on, whether it be true or false. Yeah. Don't continuously speak to that to try to prove a grand point that really is way bigger than you. You cannot think in terms of speaking somewhat biblically, you cannot think for God.
Yeah, exactly.
Impossible.
And everyone, for some apparent reason, who feels like they have this odd God complex about themselves to where it's always what I do is for the greater good.
And that's the thing.
It ain't got nothing to do with you.
This guy, this guy would not be liked by a lot of
it's crazy
people.
Because I be having these conversations with a lot of people. Like they either that have a certain way about the word and not feeling the way that I'm a Christian or follower of Christ, more so just their own history with that. They like, dang, bro, why? And I'm like explaining it. Then it's like, I can't tell you that you didn't live that because you lived that. I'm like, I know. And I'm giving you the facts because I actually witnessed this. I was in a car accident. My car flipped. I had three other people in the car with me.
Did June bug hit you?
No. This was a real. There's not no.
No.
I mean,
I'm messing with you.
Like, my car flipped and I was like an inch away from a tree.
Ooh.
And the thing that happened was I got the car with no scratches. Everybody in the car got up with no scratches. And this was around the time when I was basically wishing death upon myself because of what was going on in my life. So the fact that happened, it brought me more closer to God. And then after that, better things should start happening to me. Do I still get mad? Of course I still get mad. But that's not on him. That's mostly on me. And that's what people fail to realize when they like try to go to God or go to whatever entity they believe in. They're just like, bro, why is this happening this way? It's because you don't believe. You don't really have faith.
Let's start earlier. People don't take accountability for what they put in their life.
Exactly.
It's very simple. If when you speak something like, and I'll share this experience. I have a really close friend of mine who he was driving one day, and this was a very tough time. If you know anything about going to college, there is a very specific period where if you not somebody who maybe went on a full scholarship and you know you ain't really have to worry about nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like the middle class is always the majority. The poor is not the majority, the rich is not the majority, the middle class is the majority, and the middle class lives in limbo. So translate this to college. When you get to a point to where you feel like your work is neither moving you up nor down, and you just stuck, there's a lot of times where you just don't want to be here no more. He was driving, and I love you, brother. He was driving, and something told him, go ahead and turn this wheel and get off the bridge. Something just told him that, and he started drifting. And then he snatched and said, wait a minute. Okay, I need to talk to somebody. Yeah. Like, when I say something like that, these are real feelings and real thoughts that he actually addressed and healed within himself, and realized that a lot of times, sometimes you put yourselves in certain positions and sometimes you just end up places because of where you came from. Now, I say that because that's a real experience. Yeah. We can adjust the fake ones. The fake ones are, I watched somebody else go through it and I want to empathize with them so bad that I'm going to forcefully put myself in their shoes.
Boy, be creating their own testimony.
How many people? I love that. How many people have you been around? Have we all been around who, when they hear what you went through, man,
instantly.
Nah, I feel that. Yo.
Instantly.
I tell all.
I've never done telling the story.
I've grown up, right? I've grown up because there is a time where you want to empathize with people. I used to always be a peacemaking ass nigga back in my time. So but then I grew up to a point where it's like, I don't understand your experience, and I know I don't understand your experience because I ain't been through it. But I do appreciate you sharing, and I feel the words that you speak. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that with me. Yeah. And then maybe it goes back to me sharing the experience with myself, and they're like, you should probably talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah, like you empathize with the passion or the conviction or
but forcefully putting yourself in people's shoes.
That's crazy.
It does something to where
that's a different type of delusion.
It's a total different type of delusion, because now you're putting yourself in a standpoint to where you're going to start attracting these energies. You're going to start attracting whatever came from their past into your present. And you're going to start attracting all of these things towards yourself. And now the struggle that you went through, you're going to go look for God, or you're going to go look for whoever, Muhammad, Buddha, whatever you're going to go look for. And you're going to be so sunken in to where you at. You're going to start blaming the fact that you went looking for those things as what knocked you off your course. Exactly. What knocked you off your course is you simply, before faith, you need to learn how to be accountable for what you put yourself into and what you put yourself through. There are so many people that just need to hear that portion of it, because there are people like my brother. There are people like these brothers in here who have really went through things that they couldn't control in their adolescence and even growing up, and not realizing that the positions that y'all ended up being raised in, y'all didn't know that y'all could get out of it mentally. Yeah. So y'all ended up having to learn a new way of life mentally before you could really live a physical new way of life. And the ways of life, being that I was a suburban kid, the ways of life that were looked up to, those people are always the quickest to throw it away.
I'm about to say, cause that's suburban life still. It's like I grew up in a white community as well. That is all fun and games until you go through stuff like you almost lose the house, or you don't have a Christmas one year, or you get a job early because you don't want to continue struggling. And then once you get a job, it's like your family start doing better.
Being the man of the house before you turn 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that.
I paid a car note at 15.
And then there's and then there's people who
my birthday money.
And then there's people who don't go through that, who live in the same neighborhood, who are so fascinated with the kids across town, who wish they had our struggles.
I'm just like, bro, I just wanted to be able to wake up that one Christmas and get some presents.
Bro, I be telling people, look, man, I grew up struggling, but I grew up in a 2-parent home. Yeah, so right. I had my dad is been in my life it's my whole life. Yeah, right. My mom been in my life my whole life. So no, I don't know what it feels like to grow up without a dad. And I got a great dad, and I would never. Why would I? For me, and I got a daughter, and I tell my daughter's mom this. For me not to be a good dad is crazy. I had an amazing dad. Yeah. So by all means, I'm going to be a great dad. Even though we may go through a few things. That's a story for another day. That came from college too.
Okay, off mic stories.
Yeah. For sure. But no, people really do that, man. I wouldn't. When I got to college, man, let me tell you, this is the guy's honest truth, man. And I won't use the slur that they used when I got to, because Norfolk State is Norfolk State. But when I got there,
in State University, the N-word State University.
Yeah. Listen, when I got there, my first fit, I had on the tank top.
It's called the A shirt.
Yeah, I had on the A shirt. But this is before these were a thing. Yeah. I had on cutoffs, and I'm explaining to you why my stuff was cut.
Oh, tiny shorts, yeah.
Yeah, I had on double. I don't know why I had on double Nike socks. I thought I was a skater. I had on dunks. I thought I was skating.
We did do that.
I was skating.
I'm saying I did it.
Not we as in I did it, but that was a crazy time.
I did it.
And you pulled the one Nike down with still the check so you could show the double check.
Yeah,
bro. It's like
I had the Nike hat on, turned backwards. It was.
Oh man, we got back to fashion.
Hey, but I was out here with none but straight True Religions, Jordans, fresh. I'm talking about. So me, my whole life, everything it done stood out. So I also around this time was, I was Passin agreeing with the team. So
right. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you smoke. Write that down. Write that down.
Passin agreeing with the team for sure. Yeah. Every now and again, I don't do it no more. Every now and then, my dad be like, still Passin agreeing with the team. Like, nah, Pop, I ain't doing it. But anyway, when you college, girls like to be smoked out. So I'm with it. I got all that. So the way that I look, while I'm skating out there, you know what I'm saying, I had about 7 girls around me. Yeah. Because I'm rolling up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dude walked by. He used this the guy I knocked out, actually. He uses a.
So I know what he said.
A
racial slur.
No, he didn't call me.
Wasn't a racial slur?
No, it was a for the alphabet.
Oh, that slur.
Oh, he called me, but the F word.
Yeah.
I said,
I'm never saying that.
This bro don't know. He don't really know. I'm with all the smoke. Like, hey, what you said?
Hey, hold this.
I know. What was that?
Hold on, black.
He turned into Prince from Chappelle's Show.
Who's up for a game of basketball? So, you know what I'm saying? But I said that I built all up that like that. So yeah. So I had girls around me, right? I'd have knocked the dude out. This all on first night. So now I got buzz, right? Yeah. People are now the reason why I'm dressed the way I'm dressed is because I grew up struggling. Everything I have on is hand-me-down. Yeah. Nothing is mine. I'm bigger than my brothers. I'm taller than them.
had to cut the pants so they could fit. Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm out there really like, I'm wanting like what they, man, listen, the next night, God is my witness. You know I'm not lying. I saw 20 people. They were cutting True Religions. They were cutting Levi. I pulled one of my bros aside. I said, bro, I was cutting my pants because if I had those, I wouldn't be cutting them. I'm not cutting my pants. Bro,
When
it
you
became
started
a trend.
you started.
That
I
is
went
crazy.
and saw and looked at Hot Topic. I said, y'all charging $35 for something I used to do with a pair of scissors and some Walmart G's.
Oh
Bruh.
man.
Especially you got a nice scissors. The only thing you gotta do is cut it a little bit, rip it a little bit, and then shred it so it can be.
I tried to get in the
effect,
Jordans and I couldn't get into them. I love boots. I mean, bro, it can be 97 degrees. I'm gonna have boots on.
Oh yeah, now you tweaking.
Hey, come
tweaking.
find me next
I'm a
summer.
country boy. That man.
I'm gonna have boots
that
on
man
every
a
time.
country boy.
That's true. I mean, Georgia and Texas combination. That's a wild country combination.
Man, what?
And I love Lenny Kravitz and like Jimi Hendrix, and I was like, because I'm a guitar player, so
That's
bro.
perfect because you said I could ask any question I
any
needed to.
question.
We had a conversation when we was in the studio one time. Your image
Yeah,
as an artist, period, your image means a lot, right?
Yeah.
That's one thing that I know for sure he had and has that I never had for real, especially when it came to dance and artistic wise. His image was always going to be different. Your image, you had a little bit of controversy with your image, so to speak. Your swag, I remember your swag from college. There was a shift, but let's just say it wasn't a willful shift. You had to pivot because somebody took a liking to your image.
and had to listen.
If you don't mind, if you wanted to on air,
Somebody stole your whole
and
style,
dropped the number one album in the country.
word for word, bar for bar.
They
Bar
stole
for bar.
He
stole your whole flow.
Stole the whole flow. It's crazy.
Dropped
bro.
the number one album in the country.
So
Number one gospel
explain how that. I think you had told me that person had actually got to know you a little bit.
Well, it started like this, and I won't go crazy into it because when you grow up, the Lord says, "Hey, me maturing is this." I realized with the momentum that I had, I didn't capitalize the way that I was supposed to. And
That's what you call accountability, people. That's accountability.
It went like this. It was on my birthday. I was signed with the first studio ran record label at Norfolk State.
Okay, yeah.
I dropped a song called One of a Kind. I beatboxed the joint. I used the chords. You ever heard Permission by Ro James?
I have not. I live under a rock. So.
Okay. But it's the same chord. You ever heard Feel So Right by Lloyd?
I think
Same
I have
guitar
actually.
chords.
Yeah.
They're all the same guitar chords. I dropped the joint. So I beatboxing because Tory Lanez, that was my guy back in the day, still my guy. But he dropped a project called The Chick's Tape. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it's a song on there where he beatboxed everything by himself. So I did all that anyway.
That's crazy.
And so I put the guitars in there. I did my bro. His name is Moody. Shout out to my bro Moody, man. His name Moody. He actually stayed from Newport News.
Okay.
Oh, word,
His name
word.
Moody.
Shout out to you, bro.
Shout out to
Voltron
you.
Moody, my guy, man. He's like the guy you was talking about that did a 360 and jellied it. My boy Moody. My boy can hoop, man. My boy can really get at it. But anyways, so I'm laying there. I dropped the song. It was on my birthday. Now it's 3-something in the morning, so I don't know where bro was at. So I put my phone vibrating. That's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? So I done did my little. I'm happy.
You had a good time, yeah.
No, it's the beginning of my birthday.
Okay.
So the song just dropped.
Yeah.
And so it's 3:00 from dropping at midnight because I'm with a label, so they doing everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Spoiled. So I feel my phone vibrate. Look over. I see the name. I said, I know I'm dreaming. I'm back to sleep. I looked at it again. It said, "Hey, bro, where your new song at?" I said, "It's in the bio." Oh no, I'm saying that. Oh Lord, I'm saying that wrong. I just finished promoting my song. It is still my birthday, but I just finished promoting my song, so you have to put your label mate song in the bio.
Yeah.
My label mate song in the bio, super sexual. Super sexual.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who taught her that, but she's making somebody a happy man if she's married.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
No cap, no disrespect. No disrespect. I'm just telling you, the song was very... So can you imagine a well-known... So I'm like, so what I said was true. That's what I did. Look, I said, I know that I'm dreaming. Look back at it again. Say, hey, bro, where your new song at? I said, it's in my bio. The song that was in my bio was
her song.
Her song. So, and I know this guy, and I'm not know him like know him, but I follow his music and listen to him, so I know what his style is. He's one of the guys had normally kind of like this, and he's still kind of baggy clothes and stuff like that. Anyways, so I say, oh no, I'm so sorry, man, that's not my song. Here's my song. I send him the link, right? He likes the message. Well, you know, heart it.
Yeah.
He don't hit me back for a little while.
Dang. Download it.
Man, I tell you the truth. No, so when he does hit me back, say, hey, I want to get you on the song, right? I don't hear back from him ever again after that. Until recently, and I'll tell you about that. Anyways, so I see the song that I'm supposed to be on. He uses another guy, which right now is the most known face. His name's Chandler Moore. He's one of the most known gospel singers. You know what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with Chandler Moore. He doesn't know this story.
Yeah.
But it would have been me, this guy, and Chandler Moore on one song. I'm telling you the truth. Anyways, all of a sudden, if you know anything about me, the American flag bandana, if I go in that work truck right now and I open up my guitar case, you're going to see an American flag bandana. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Something supernatural happened out the blue. You got your little anointing oil. And I was by my bed. All of a sudden, a crazy wind came in. I see the oil not over on this American flag bandana. I hear, not an audible voice here, I hear a voice here that says, you're going to represent this country to the nations in what I tell you to do. Every time you see me on the microphone, you're going to see an American flag wrapped around in my hand or something singing, right? But anyways, so all of a sudden, bro, I start looking at bro stuff. Bro, album cover, an American flag bandana. I start looking at the way bro dressed. My aunt message, she came here from Denver. She said, all I thought was you. I thought that was you. That's not you? No, auntie. That's not me. This man took everything for the most part, but he couldn't uphold it for a long time because it was authentically him, so eventually he went back to him. But the Lord dealt with me. I had to actually reach out and say, hey, man, listen, brother. Because what I learned is that interaction could have been different. He may have had the grace on his life that I needed to get to where I needed to be at. So, and one nugget I learned in life, you can never, this is why you have to be very kind to people, because you never want to irritate a grace on someone's life. You don't know if that's actually the grace you need, that the Lord has made for you to have.
That's real.
And that contact or that
maturity.
Interaction is that. So I had to reach out and say, hey, man, because I didn't think he had got so big now. Like, I didn't think he was going to see it. Say, hey, man, I just want to reach out and say, listen, man, forgive me, man. I had this all in my heart for years. Please forgive me, man. I felt like you stole me and you represented it. And what hurts is when you ain't got no money, you don't have no money, and you looking at you traveling the world. Yeah. You got the number one song in the country, the number one album in the country, and it's you. And I'm sitting there broke.
It's you, but it ain't you.
Bro, license suspended twice. You know what I'm saying? I got to pay the $600, the $145, bro. So Yeah. So what the Lord reminded me, said, man, I give you styles and creativity. I'm the God. I'm the God of creativity. I'm the creator of creativity. What are you crying about? And lo and behold, boots, bandanas, and shades. Here you go. Boom. Of course, I got a hat on now because I cut all my hair. Bro.
What was honestly, because I mean, the initial feeling is always frustration.
Yeah.
It's frustration. There's a salt-based sprinkle of jealousy in there.
Yeah, I was.
And envy.
He was being me very well.
And what ultimately, once you came to, what's the most valuable lesson you learned from that?
That I became a hater on the sideline. I stopped being in the game. I stopped being in the game. I started critiquing everybody in the game, and I was on the sideline.
Well, to be fair, that's how I've been described. So I ain't too mad at that. That is a good observation.
The Lord literally said, "You're not even in the game."
You did it first.
Anymore.
Don't do
I
that.
ain't do
You did it
nothing,
first.
brother.
You did it first.
I ain't do nothing.
Yeah, you did.
That's what I learned.
You keep picking it back on to yourself.
My Eurostep nice.
Yeah. But I had to let that go, man. If you, and it's only because I told you asked me any question. If I was one of those celebrities now, that would have been a question to be like, don't ask me that. Don't ask me that question.
Look,
But I mean, I know why you are answering it now, because
for sure.
it was a valuable lesson learned from you. Started it by saying, yo, he did something and had the wherewithal to do something with an image that I had that I was not doing.
Yep.
So you can always look from the sideline and not appreciate what's going on until you look at the work.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, being that I was in a label, I kind of understand what it takes to get to that point.
Yeah.
And if I'm not even doing a fraction of that, I mean, the results is the results for a reason. I say you can't hate on the results of somebody really putting in the work.
Hey, that man found a wife and everything in that time. hey, you think I'm married, brother? Nah, not yet.
You'll get there. If I could get married, you could get married too, my brother, for sure. For sure.
Hey, ladies, I love God. You know what I'm saying? I do got a daughter, but I don't have no drama with her mama for real. She 8. We worked that out when she was about 4. We good. You know what I'm saying? Don't come up
them fake crazy either. Cause there's a lot of baby moms that will really punch y'all out for playing fake crazy. So let's not do the fake. Hey, come up authentic. You know what I'm saying?
My daughter, mama, and cause I don't talk bad about my daughter, mama. I don't. She's not a fighter, but she is very petty. And
oh yeah.
I have so many stories, man. Hey, man, look. Hey,
I don't have no
was
kids,
dealing with a girl.
look.
I promise you, I ain't gonna go crazy into it, man.
We ain't got it.
I pay my child support, man. I'm solid, man. I ain't pay my child support.
That's real. That's real.
I was dealing with a girl, right? I was dating this girl. This girl, you know our best friends are. This girl I'm dating, her best friend.
It's always the best friend.
Follows my daughter's mom. Now, my daughter's mom ain't want no drama. She won't bother nobody. Yo. I get a phone call from the girl I'm dating. Oh, so you think I'm stupid, huh? I said, what you talking about? No, I don't think, no. You want to eat, you in college, you want to catch meal plan? You going to eat with me? No, you must think I'm dumb. Okay, so why your daughter mama got your initials in her bio? What? I called her, what are you doing? I tell you what I'm doing. I don't even know how she knew that was her best friend. Hey, since your girlfriend's best friend wants to be petty, I'm going to give him a show. I lost that relationship. She won.
Dang.
Yeah. From that moment, I knew never to play with my daughter mom.
Thinking 10 steps ahead.
Yo.
So the only thing I gotta do is do this.
That girl actually cheated on me. She got her lick back, bro.
I was about to say.
She cheated on me. She cheated on me with a guy with my same initials. I thought they were my initials in her bio the whole time. It was another guy, the same initial.
Wow.
And I wonder why I had that dog in me for a little while.
Plot twist.
Plot twist.
I had that dog in me for a little while.
I said, dang, I forgot what I was about to say because that goodness gracious, dog.
My bad.
That was scenery. Yeah, but what are you looking forward to most in the next steps in your journey?
Man, I have, and this is for every musician. This is for every creative. Listen, if the hand of the Lord is upon you, let me tell you this. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna OD everybody in this, I'm telling you all right here, mark my words, you have this podcast episode.
That's right.
Everybody in here, there's another chapter literally God has for each and every one of us. I promise you that.
Exactly.
I was gonna tell you in the car, KJ, but I just didn't feel I was like, running behind.
You good, man.
But listen, and I'm telling you all, this it's no joke. This is not cliche. This is not me doing convention talk, which a lot of church people do. Mm-hmm. And what you mean by that, because I'm a musician, I see another musician, and you say, man, you was killing tonight. And I say, oh, man, all glory to God, man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get like you, bro. But all the while, I'm really waiting for you to tell me something like that. Or I say, man, I'm going to get with you. You feel me? Dap you up. I don't never hit you up again. But I'm not saying that for convention talk. I'm telling you that. Oh yeah, I must have experienced that before.
Plenty of times. And even on the dancing tip with him, totally different. But on the music,
that's how it
there's
happened,
a reason why I don't feature with many people.
Yeah, that's
there are so many people who I was supposed to feature with.
Yeah, I'm gonna get with you.
Shout out my homegirl Omega. Shout out Special K. Those are the only two people who have followed through on features that either they did with me or that I was supposed to do. Well, I've done multiple people have featured with me on music. I'm gonna play a little bit of the Wealthy Hymns that was supposed to be released, but I mean,
you gotta redo it.
But man, we gotta finish that, Andre. Yeah. We're gonna finish that, and I'm going to release it.
It's something you told. It's also something else you wanted me to do on the song too.
Yeah, we were just adjusting flows and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't nothing major, but
But yeah, man.
Oh my bad. It's so many people that. Well, for one, I'm gonna just cancel what I was about to say. Everything that you just said. One thing that in 2025 we're gonna stop doing. I think we're gonna get there. I'm gonna try to promise it. I really do want us to stop having to preface everything.
Yeah.
With some sort of with this parental advisory note that we have to put. If it sounds cliche, if it sounds corny, if it sounds whatever. Maybe after a while, what's cliche is not really cliche, and what y'all want to hear is more cliche than what y'all really need to hear.
This guy is good.
Bro, it's things that I've thought because I've had hours of conversations with myself. Yes, I talk to myself and out loud as well. I talk to my brothers. I talk to my sisters. I talk to my family. I hate the fact that if I'm about to say something critical of you, I have to say, yo, but I love you and this, that, and the third. Yeah. But listen. If the relationship is not understood, go catch a Frank with your front teeth. I really don't care, bro.
That's wild.
I really don't care. We don't have to continue to preface if it's understood, and if it's not understood, cool. Stay on your side of understanding. I'll stay on mine. But we don't have to preface. Hey man, I know this might sound cliche. I know this might. No, it don't. It sounds like what we need to hear because one thing that happens a lot is everyone wants an answer of instant gratification to be able to plug and play what you did with what they're trying to do. Exactly. It don't work like that.
Sheesh.
I put thousands of dollars into the dance community. I'm not just going to tell everybody to put thousands of dollars into the dance community. What I'm going to say is, yo, hard work and building up this will get you here.
And that's fact.
It sounds cliche,
that's a fact, though.
But that's really what it is. I got to work to be able to do this. I know I had parents that had bread. They had bread for bills. They didn't have bread for my dreams all the time. So I ended up actually having to make a lot of decisions and a lot of moves for myself. And once they saw how serious I was, they were willing to. But at that point, I'm already jaded from asking for help from people. Yeah. So even though I had a team, I was still bearing the load of a lot of stuff. Pause. I was still doing that more crazy. So. Yeah, that was crazy. I let a lot of stuff slide, but I can't do it because I'm childish. So, but it's like once you see those things and once you hear those things, we go.
I'm good.
Once we hear things like that from people, we should get to a point to where we no longer have to preface reality and real advice with, I know this may sound, I love you, but yo, listen, it is what it is and it is what it's going to be. What this man is telling you is real. What he going to tell you is going to be real. What I'm going to tell you is my closest attempt to being real. And anything that because Tre also dropped a lot of real knowledge on people, I think 2 episodes ago. So if somebody gives you the real, just because it's not an exact blueprint or plug and play for you to reach what you've always dreamed of for the rest of your life, hey, we not prefacing no more, bro. Just listen and take the advice for exactly what it is, yo. Thanks. If you want to shoot and Tre ask you, well, why you need that camera? Why can't you just get this? It's the reason why he asking you that. He not just saying, well, if you work hard enough for this, hey, listen, I know what y'all want to hear. Hey, get this $1,000 camera, you'll make $10,000 the next day. That's not how it worked. That's really not how it worked. He saw his image be capitalized on by somebody else.
Yeah.
But he also had to accept, I already had the image and I wasn't anywhere. He was.
I didn't even believe that it was a thing.
And he did.
Else did it. Oh, my goodness.
It's amazing what happens when somebody actually put in work.
That man life ain't been the same since.
Hey,
but
my bad.
No. I'm glad you said that. I don't feel bad with what I'm saying.
Right.
Well,
bro,
I don't feel bad anyway.
That's been such a pet peeve of
another
mine,
man's
bro.
House, bro. I would be like,
for sure.
Yeah. What's next for me? And I'm saying this, and I'm being serious. There is a chapter. It's not everyone. Not everyone has that. It just so happens that there are 4 of us in here, and all 4 of us actually have that. It's called a next chapter. Yeah. So when you're asking me for what's next for me on my journey, God put an appetite in me that was not there. If it was left up to me, I would be traveling the world with my guitar, and just doing that. But for some reason, he put this appetite in me to preach the gospel in this way. I used to laugh at, not laugh at my dad because I love my dad, but I'm like, man, that's what my dad do. My dad, preach the gospel. This is, But now, this hunger in me is like, wow. So for me, I'm learning to balance out because the Lord put the appetite in me. It was so weird to put it in me and fueled it and then turned around and said, okay, but I have something for you to do here with music. And what music is going to make what I've put, this appetite to put in you, a lot easier, because ministry is hard to do. It is not an easy thing to do. And so I now am learning, I accepted that there is another chapter. I have so many brothers right now that they're okay with just being musicians, but God has called them to be entrepreneurs. And musicianship or music is how the Lord decided to introduce himself to them, but it was really for them to understand there are other things in life. I have a friend right now. I tell him almost every week, hey man, God told me to tell you that you're an entrepreneur. You need to go read books about money. You need to understand wealth. You're going to have a lot of money in your hands. What you do with it is on you. But if you want to just remain a drummer, okay. But I'm telling you, after a while, that's all you're going to, if you don't take the space and the grace God is telling you to equip you with at this time, that's what you're going to do. So I'm learning, one, to be humble. And when I say that, it's to the plan of God. That's my next step in journey, and being okay with what God has mapped out for my life. Understanding that it's okay to go to him and say, hey, Lord, I want to do this, I want to do that. He's a good father. So that's where I'm at. I got a project. I got 2 songs dropping. I think one August 7th, 6th.
What we talking about, a Friday or Saturday?
No. That next one is on like August 15th.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I am dropping 2 songs there. The goal is I'm going to do a live recording. And this will probably be a shocker because like I said, just depend on where you know me from. Yeah. Like me, the music you hear that you play, that's how you know me. Yeah. But somebody see me on Sunday mornings that on Friday I just sung at a worship night. Yeah. Totally different. I'm in tongues. I'm totally different on there. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got going on, man. And then other ventures and stuff like that. I act, I dance, but I'm also an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. I have good friends. Can I shout them out? He asked me to shout them out. Of course, man. Let me pull this up real quick, man, for the homie, man. I told my brother, man, and I said, tell me what to say. He said exactly what to say. Is how much I love my brothers, man. Got the script. Yeah, look, I'm looking right at it. It said, look, shout out. He even put the line, so I'm going to say, look, shout out to the Line by the Move. The Line by the Move. And I'm sending you to their Instagram. This is my family, my bro Zay and his beautiful wife Britt. They said, hey, we're more than just a powerhouse team. So they have a clothing line, a clothing brand, and they got shoes. And listen, the item that they're promoting right now is called the Prototype. It's their sneaker. It's a sneaker.
I heard
All
that.
right, it's a sneaker. Oh, you heard of the Prototype?
Yeah.
From the Move? Okay, well, we in there.
Well, what's the
You know what I'm
Instagram
saying?
page called?
The Instagram is _move_records. Spelled records normally. _move_records. Listen, that is my family. I love them dearly.
Goodness gracious. The move_records. There we go.
Yeah.
It's
I love 'em.
yep, I got 3 mutual friends.
Who do
That's
you
why,
with your friends?
Somebody named That Kid Smooth.
My boy Marshall.
Okay. And then we got Big Ether,
Is that TJ?
Young Parker.
No, that ain't TJ.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, see. He followed them too.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that? Let me see.
Shout out Jari. Yeah. OG. OGER. Yeah,
Okay,
yes, sir.
For sure.
And then the
I
other,
don't know him.
then the other person.
He from Richmond. He's an OG in
the other one
VA.
is Puff and Mike. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I heard about them. All right, that's an event that's on the other side of the water.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, boy, I'm from. Well,
Yeah. So like, I probably seen it from one of theirs.
Yeah.
For real.
Word.
But shout out to them, man. I love y'all much, man. Check him out, man. That guy. And also it's a record label too. He's got his own record label.
Word. I peep.
The
I
Move.
peep. Yeah.
They're doing big things, man. That's my family. And I want to let them know I love them dearly, man. And any platform, this is how I am. So when I'm on another platform,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be shouting out.
Oh, for sure.
You know
For
what
sure.
I mean? So that's just how I am. So
So I probably should have asked like our last 2 guests this question. We done sat here, we done asked you a bunch of questions. We didn't even know we was gonna get this much content. But I remember you told me in the car as soon as the camera cut on, the microphone cut on,
totally different.
we
person.
lit.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for us? Any curiosities or questions you have for us, including the cameraman?
Because I was about to ask before we end the episode, the weekly mental health check. You know what I mean? Just to check in on everybody.
Oh yeah, true. We could definitely close out with that for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I literally have one question, and I wouldn't be me if I didn't ask it. This is my sincere question. I got 2.
All right, fine.
Go ahead,
I got
shoot. Yeah.
One is where y'all serious. My brother behind the camera, he ain't say nothing, so I can't really put him in that. But if he want the smoke, he can also get the smoke too. Okay. My first question, and this is serious, and it sounds candid, bro, but I'm dead serious.
Boy.
If I give you a number, I'm gonna stick by the number. I said 20, and I meant that.
Okay.
So whenever you ready, it's a 20 piece for you. Just say when. You my boy. I wouldn't do you that dirty. Plus you invited me here,
And you know you
so
can't,
it's going to
so.
be. I'm gonna give you 8, just an 8 piece, and that's gonna be. You know what I mean?
I love when people
It's gonna
look
be
at
harsh.
me.
No, I got him.
and my-
I got him.
No.
I got him.
I got you because it's me.
Go
You know,
ahead, man. Go ahead.
I
Get
love when
him.
people look
Go
at
ahead,
my
get him.
stature and my
No.
size. And
I'm doing it because I know who I am.
You
I
know
don't know what
and
you
I'm
can
good.
do.
He honestly
I know.
overestimates you more than me because of your stature. You look like you play power forward at 6'1".
No, I play.
So he know he can't
I
bully
play
you.
center.
I don't need a bully. I don't need a bully
And then,
him.
and then
He
on top of that,
he gonna have
he
to-
think
listen.
he think I don't know how to. I don't have handles. He don't think I
Hey,
know how to
we
move on the
playing
fast
real
break.
1v1.
He don't think-
Nah,
We only got
he
four.
a cone. He a
No,
cone.
no,
He
no.
think you can't check him.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
We
It's like
playing
people
real
like him.
4v1.
I play people that
4
was in New
dribbles.
York
4
with actual
dribbles.
handles.
4.
Oh yeah, real 1v1.
Oh,
4
you
dribbles.
spoiled. Why you need 4 dribbles?
I don't need 4. I don't need 4.
Brother, I'm gonna let it
2
be
or
known.
3. What you need
If I say if I
4
want to,
for?
I'm gonna just drive the whole time and win. And
I'm a glassy.
And then
I'm a
that's
glassy.
what they always say.
Nah, I mean,
back
I
then
jump.
when I was 5'11", that's what they did. You know what I mean? But you got the same arm span as me, so it's like.
So what was the question? What was the
The question
question?
is when.
Hey, bro.
Whenever, man. It's
That's
dark
the
right now. I
one.
can hoop right
I
now.
lived
Bro,
there.
look, man, I was in the
lived-
army. I was playing in
lived-
OCPs, no
I
cap.
lived
I'll
near
play
Army
slides.
boots.
What we
I
talking
lived
about?
near
What a
a
court
lot
at?
of basketball
Right
courts.
there.
You know what I mean? So it ain't no issue. You got a basketball. You know what I mean?
I got one in the trunk.
So
I'll
it's
be
no
back.
issue. You know
Hey,
what I
I'll be
mean?
back. Don't
You
worry.
know what I mean? Ain't no issue.
Now it's be back. You
Yeah,
was
I'll be
ready
back.
anytime.
No,
but
I'm ready anytime.
The
you know
court
what I'm
right
saying?
there.
But
See,
who's
this is why,
wrong?
like me and Trey was having a conversation in the car. We had early episodes. Could have go ahead, got him out of here real quick. after this.
Hey, y'all probably wouldn't even invited me back, bro. On my mama, bro.
Oh no, you
Hey,
got
he would have said, y'all probably been like, go ahead and scratch this episode, bro. Y'all
I'm
probably been in here
I'm checking the
thinking,
levels right now, see who he talking to.
Y'all would have been
These
in here
levels
thinking, like,
can't even
ain't
be
no
picking
way
up like
he
that.
ain't
Hey, look,
missed.
man,
He
we
missed the whole day.
Okay, so we both
follow Christ. You might want to pray on that one.
Okay,
That's all I gotta say.
okay, so we both will wash you. What's your second question?
Okay, second question. That's correct. That's correct. But I'm you know what I
I'm
mean?
just gonna let it be. What's
Listen,
up?
man.
What's the second
I know
question?
what I can do.
I
man.
ran through the whole varsity team at one point. You know what I mean?
Listen, bro.
Well, nah, it ain't no crowd, so he might give us about 30.
I mean,
Because that's the practice court. He good at practice.
Within without a crowd. You know what I mean?
Hey, that man, if that wasn't
he great at practice.
that boy got my
great
whole
practice court.
Hey, nah, his 2K sliders all the way up in practice.
Oh, okay.
But it's not the
Where the
game.
ball at?
It's not. If it ain't no crowd, I might not be able to make no threes. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh,
Hey, we need a
Hey, you
stage
don't know
fright.
how
he gets stage fright.
only me and you really know.
He gets
stage fright.
He get the knees
when
shaking.
it's time to play the game, he gets stage fright.
He get the knees. Palms
Dang,
are sweaty,
that was
knees
the truth,
weak.
man. Real talk. I was before y'all guys. We was really talking about what
yeah,
would
for
really
sure.
be happening
For sure.
to me when that happened. Which is, it's a serious thing. It was a really serious thing.
Yeah.
That in overall brought me where I'm at in this place.
Yeah.
I would be. We'll talk about that another time. Let me. This is my second question. Like I said, I wouldn't be me if I didn't ask it. This is for everybody, even in the room. How do I word this? Is your walk? Where is your walk with God? That's my question to each other. Do you really believe in God? Do you believe like in the Trinity? Or what is your perspective? What's your walk with God right now?
I answer just to get it out the way because, this is like a quick type of answer for me. I am a follower of Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I don't call it the Trinity, but I do acknowledge that it is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I follow it. Now, the reason why I don't follow certain things a certain way is because I'm still seeking more knowledge before I can just go ahead and just be like, yeah, it's fully that. Because of what I have encountered with a lot of knowledge, as far as the good and bad. It's up to me to decipher that and be like, all right, it's this and that. Now, I just say it's the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost because it is a spiritual level, a physical level, and a mental level.
Back up a little bit.
Physical level, it's a physical level, spiritual level, and a mental level. That I look at it where it's like they all connect because you got to be able to talk to Jesus Christ to get to God. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? And being able to get to God is being able to be fully within your spiritual realm to tap into that spiritual realm. It's not you have to be perfect, but it has to be some form of understanding within yourself and knowing that this is the creator. That's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm gonna give a real what could be considered to be agnostic answer, but my answer is very much so of my personality. I don't feel like I have enough knowledge of self to make a delineation of belief.
This guy's vocab is been getting me all night, bro. What? Hey, what word did he just use? SAT words. For
I don't even remember, but I mean,
what?
I think where I'm at right now is a reflection of where I've been because a lot of my walk has had nothing to do with me and my aspirations. So I just learned how to start believing in myself. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I'll say it now because I love these guys that I'm in the room with. I know Larry probably don't say as much, but I know he worries. And I know Tre as well is always worried about me. My lovely wife that's upstairs, she worries about me. Nobody wants me to run myself thin because they see who I am and they see a lot of what I'm capable of.
For sure.
But I've worn myself thin for people that have given me nothing in return. You feel me? So if it ever comes to a point to where it looks like I'm running myself thin, it can't be because it's for me. So me redistributing to myself is the most fulfilling feeling that I've ever had, whether it's doing music, whether it's even just writing music, listening to beats that people would send me, listening to, even though we wasn't able to finish the record, just even having that record in my phone with your vocals on it, just hearing that and what that song could still be, that's more fulfilling to me than anything I did in my past. So me learning to believe in myself, I believe, is putting me on the pathway of truly walking in faith. And I never made a delineation between what the belief was or who to believe in, because if the journey always starts with you, and in reflection of everything else that's going on, if you can't find yourself when you open that book, you're gonna be lost through the pages. And that's one thing that my brother Zion taught me. It's if you don't understand that you are within the script, then you're not really reading for nothing else other than because you got some time on your hands. There has to be substance within everything that you intake. And if you're not understanding what you're intaking, there is no substance. So I'm learning substance within self. I'm learning belief within self and faith within self, without the attachment of, I know that there's other things outside of myself that are so great. No, I'm great. Let's figure out what this is. let's figure out what this is first. I've always been thwarted into different positions to where I was a leader and I was ahead of certain things. Maybe even if I didn't believe in my leadership skills the most, I couldn't let nobody else see that. So if I knew I was the worst basketball player on the court, I'd be damned if I end up with the least amount of points on the court. I don't care. No, I'm not. You got 2 points, I need 3. You the worst person on the court today. I will not be exposed for being the worst person. That's just how my mind has always operated, but now I know how to do it for self. Because even playing sports back in the day, my mother put me in sports before I could do anything. Before my eyes was open, I was an athlete in her eyes. And she only wanted what was best for me. So for one, shout out to my mother, because this is not no sort of me saying, oh, I've been through trauma or generational. No, that's none of that. My mother had a vision for me, as all of our parents do when we grow up. And for me to not even understand what I was doing during that time, I just did it off of instinct. Now I can make I can make mistakes on purpose now. Rather than making a mistake and not even knowing it's a mistake. I can actually do the great things that I can do on purpose now, rather than doing greatness by accident. So that's where I'm at right now. It sounds like a very agnostic answer, I know, but that is literally where I'm at right now. And I appreciate that question too. I thought it was going to be just as childish as the first question, because know the answer to the first one, you losing. But the second one,
there's truth in both of them, to be honest. And I remember what it was with the song. You said, I thought you was gonna harmonize like the under harmony that's going on when bro was talking. He's like, oh, I thought you was gonna harmonize in there. I was like, oh, I thought you just want me to sing the line that you got the line.
You did, and it was the pattern in the harmony that you did. We about to geek out just for 3 seconds. But there was a pattern within the harmony that you did, and you steered away from it for about the next six to 8 measures. And I was like, oh, I was waiting for it to cut back to what you did in the first couple, which was you did, it was the words that you were repeating.
Oh, what,
And then have you learned that I thought you was going to do that more and then bring it back.
I don't know. Was that a tough vocal week for me? I got to think. I don't know, because what you're saying is something like, why wouldn't I do that? I most likely would do that.
And it's something very picky that somebody like me would point out, because if nobody knows, I'm a very picky and particular person when it comes to craft master. You got to be if you want to be good at something.
Absolutely. Why not?
Since a lot of y'all trash.
And I have the skill. I have the skill to actually fix what you're saying.
Absolutely, like, okay, absolutely. Want that, and I wouldn't feel comfortable saying it to you if I didn't think you did.
No, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Now that I know.
But listen. I wanna thank.
Do you want to answer or you chilling there? He upstairs.
He focusing in and honing in on everybody. But I would like to thank you for pulling up. Tre, I want to thank you for recording. Larry, I want to thank you for being here.
Man, thank you for having me, man. I pray I really did.
And I haven't seen you in quite some time.
Yeah, man.
I ain't seen you in a week. How has y'all's mental health been?
You want me to start?
I could start. I mean, because I know this is a question for all of us.
Wait, man, because let me tell you something, bro. Cause if you throw another big
I know-
vocabulary
man,
word out
come
there,
on
bro,
now.
I feel like I'm a real OD chat GPT like on something. I'm gonna really get my thoughts together,
Listen,
my boy.
you know me as a writer, man. Come
I
on,
do.
come on.
I do.
What Wealthy Hymns is a bar just as a title.
Legit.
But anyway, I'll start by saying I'm more appreciative now than I've ever been. Seeing everything that I've seen and being a part of the things that I'm a part of now, a lot of things haven't been able to affect me the way that they were before. And I'm allowing myself to be more human now than I've ever allowed myself to be. So things that I react to now, whether it be naysaying or willful lies that are said about me in any way, shape, or form, I no longer look at myself as, yo, I'm so far above that, I can't even pay that no mind, because I took that literally to myself. And I can't do that. I have to be able to compartmentalize with myself and allow myself to feel while just not publicly expressing certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm still going to publicly address whatever I want to address. But in regards to how I treat myself, how I treat myself is way more important than how I treat any of you bums. So would... but
Oh my God.
but for real, and that's
straight.
And it's direct too. But I mean, in all actuality,
goodness.
I mean, just
Another
in
bar.
I mean, just in all, in everything that we've been a part of, I don't have to tiptoe around myself anymore. I don't have to tiptoe around my loved ones anymore.
Yeah, respect.
I don't even have to tiptoe around my parents, and we already know how that is when you gotta say or do certain things.
Yeah.
Who I am now, I've appreciated it more, so other people have been allowed to appreciate me more as well.
Yeah.
To the point to where people are protective over me from myself now. He is protective over me, and I know he is because that's my brother, and I look at him like a big brother.
Yeah.
My woman, she's protective over me. My father, he protective over me to an extent. And that's my little brother.
Yeah.
That's my little big brother. He bigger than me, but you know, that's still.
He ain't no bucket though.
we not doing this
It's always
again.
the people that's smaller than you.
We-
Tell
I'm
these
done,
KB
bro.
ankle people. Like,
I'm done. Hey,
one wrong like jump
Oh, my
and
God.
you land wrong. That's it. The game over.
Oh, he
okay?
called you Kevin Durant.
Yo, that's what, injury prone? That's
Yes,
crazy.
that's why I see you. Injury
Yeah.
prone.
Oh man, but
like
but
one strong bump, I won the game.
But
Pause.
I'm really back. I'm really back in.
I'm sorry,
I'm
man.
really back in. You good? You
I'm
good?
sorry.
He know what he doing. But yeah,
Instigator,
my where I'm at for my weekly mental health checkup is I'm further along mentally than I ever been, and now it's that time for everything to start coming together in the physical realm.
You
and
can see it, bro. You got such a glow, man.
You
for
could
real.
physically see it for real. I just hold my hands out like this. I can see what I'm molding and what I'm working on, as well as empowering other people around me to do that. Like we teaser, but we are going to expand the network. As in, I'm gonna start my Rough Talk Sports podcast again, and
I'm gonna go back to doing my wave talk. So we gonna continue to expand this thing.
and we still gonna be here. So you feel me? So work be getting more work, and work will end up be getting results.
And
So-
also, I'm coming for any dance ahead for the next 2 years.
Hey, you know I dance too, right?
Like I said, I'm coming for any dance ahead for the next 2
I
years.
promise you don't want those problems, Chris.
No, not no more, bro. Come on, bro. Nah, I ain't danced in a long time. I ain't
You
laughing.
never did.
Boy,
You never did.
We
You
on the
never
mental
did.
health check. So
Yeah.
one by one, continue,
Obviously,
my
you
boy.
seeing that I'm my mental. You see where I'm at.
Your
Majin,
mental
you-
health will be
Majin,
messed up, man.
Majin, you continue with
Don't
your
call me
mental,
Majin. You Majin.
Majin.
he talking to himself.
Continue with the mental health check, my
Yeah.
boy.
that was it though. I wanted to just let y'all know I'm thankful for y'all, including you. Even though you a guest here, you always welcome with me as family. Even though we hardly talk. Whatever it was last time we spoke is what it's gonna be the next time.
Yeah.
It's too much love for me to pass around, and for me to be able to spread amongst people, for me to solely push hate within myself. When I could just excrete that out and just replace it with the love that's already around me. I can now play ping pong with hate, with envy, and with jealousy, and with all of those other things that people like to hold on to.
Yeah.
You know, I could just ping pong that back and forth now, because just like a ping pong ball, it's plastic, it's small, and it only got air in it. It don't have no substance on the inside. It's just air. That's why y'all so easy to bounce back and forth, because y'all ain't got
phenomenal.
no substance inside of y'all.
This guy is so creative. What was that?
Yo,
I'm just
Is
saying.
that at
I'm
the
just,
end of his explanation?
What is
You know,
this?
and you know he's finishing up, right?
I know.
yeah, I'm done.
Crazy.
I'm done.
It's like
That's
a
crazy.
filler episode.
Can I say this? I do want to let y'all know. Hey, listen, man. Every time I see, bro, it's never been this since we've been kids. It's never been anything that I've seen bro do that he has not been 100 at.
Yeah.
Last time
that.
I was with him in the
At the
garage,
studio, yeah.
it was full-fledged thing.
For sure.
I'm here, and I see. I'm like,
It's the same equipment too.
yeah, but bro,
funny
you know
part.
what I'm saying? It's you really do value you invest in what you believe in, bro, and that's
sure.
that's
And it
that's
shows,
a good
bro.
thing to have, bro.
It's like, yeah, that's why I tell you, despite what anybody else said about you, it's
What did people say?
Nothing.
You know, I'm really
I-
good down.
I know,
you what
but
I'm saying?
nothing. You a changed man, bro.
look,
Nothing important. Nothing
we can
important.
Get on that after the
Alright,
podcast.
yeah.
Oh
you know what I mean?
yeah. Off
Cause
mic.
I
Off
done
mic.
heard
Yeah.
it. It done
mic,
wrote
off
it through a
mic.
couple
It's
times.
just
man.
like
It's like
it's like
Yeah,
it's like a
it's-
general thing. It's like,
Yeah.
of course you're gonna have people that like you, people that don't like you,
Okay,
and people
for
that's
sure.
been waiting to say whatever about
Alright.
you. It's just one of those things. Like I'm gonna
Alright.
keep breaking up to always remind him.
yeah,
Don't worry about what people think.
For sure.
And that's why, I'm not saying that's why he's able to ping pong, but I feel like he getting a more understanding of why he's able to ping pong off of things.
For
You don't-
sure, for
you
sure.
don't have to constantly worry about everything, and that's basically what my mental is right now. It's like I go to therapy not because I think I'm a crazy person, but it's no, I want to be better.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of me just being better
For
and
sure, yeah.
getting to a point where I can fully express myself to everybody I love. It took me going to therapy for my uncle that's my age to be like, bro, you can talk to me about anything. And for me to hear that, it helped me because we grew up together. And it's like we the same age. So I don't look at you as my uncle. I look at you as my brother.
Yeah.
Right.
So for him to say that, it touched a part of me that I ain't think, I'd be like, dang, bro, you really like on my side on that mental level. Not just, you gonna protect me, everything like that, and be there around me and just vice versa. So seeing that, I was able to realize like mentally I can do that for myself and people can do that for me as well and be accepting of that love and of that respect, of that not disrespect. I'm not gonna ever take disrespect, but even if you don't like me, I'm not gonna talk bad about you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you nothing but respect and love at the end of the day until it's crossing the point where I have to protect myself. And it's mainly just getting through everything, not knowing that I'm a man, because of course I know I'm a man, but
Right.
when you are dealing with like stuff like being molested as a child, being like left behind,
Yeah.
seeing a lot of deaths in the family, it messes you up as an adult, and it make you not want to trust people. So being able to trust people, trust myself, and trust my movements, it brings a different light of just manifesting things and letting God take care of it. For real. That's why I really see. It's like everything that I had to deal with this past week, God took care of it. You know, and I was able to get through it because I motivated myself to keep pushing and not give up. So that's really where I'm at with my mental. I just know it's gonna keep getting better and better and better. And anything that's trying to get in the way is just a testament of what I can be for myself in that moment and how I can get through any situation at the end of the day. For
Yes, sir. That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
man, for real. Sheesh.
Where you
for
at?
me, Mental Health Week, for me, I'll sum it up like this. It's all starting to make sense, and it's that it actually can be me.
I like that.
It
Yeah.
actually can be me.
Yeah.
Friday, someone came up to me and said, "Man, do you really know like what you got? Like what you can?" And I've heard that before, but man, Friday it just really clicked. When I opened, that's my pop. That's pop.
good, man.
Hey, Pop, I'm finishing up the podcast, Pop.
What's up, pops?
What's good?
Hey,
man?
they saying what's up to
What's
you,
up,
Pop.
what's up, man?
All right, yes, sir. All right, bye. I bet that's fine.
You good?
I'm about to say my mom called. That's why you see me texting.
Yeah, you say you good. You know what I'm saying? You sure you good? But Friday, and I'm not gonna say it, but Friday someone came up to me. It was at a worship. I was at a worship night. I was singing. I didn't even know what I said, but when I opened my eyes, I was on my knees singing, and when I opened my eyes and looked, man, 20 or so people are also on their knees. And I said, man, God, what in the world? All this little old me, you know what I'm saying? And you telling me, what happened with bro and dropping the country, he's still telling me, like, bro, it's gonna be you, man. This is what I told you, I called you to do this. I chose you. I don't care what you think your qualifications are. My word is forever settled. And I told you this is what you're gonna do. And now it's starting to make sense. Now, I just turned 30, so it's like that.
Big 3-0,
yeah,
yes,
I appreciate
sir.
that. Yeah,
That's young man.
I woke up and said, it gotta be me. You know what I mean? It's like, it gotta be me.
Yeah.
Like, I realized, man, you're the one that, and if you don't, there's so many people that's waiting to eat off your harvest. But if you don't never plant, then they're gonna suffer.
Yeah.
And I love people too much. I love my family too much. So the Lord that's been my mentor, man. It's all starting to make sense. And it can't be me. And it's gotta be me.
It can be me. Hey, that's the episode title. It can be me.
Yeah, it can be me.
How about you, brother?
I'm about to say.
Are you still man behind the camera? All right.
Yeah.
Well, hey man, this is what I did.
You supposed to spit a 16, ain't you?
No.
Oh.
Nah.
What's this, sway? Nah.
Sway in the morning. Got 4 beats ready for him. 45 beats ready for him.
I'll spit a 16 for you though. Off my I got you. But this has been what's his face talking about what you call it on the What's the Name podcast.
Yeah.
I've been your host, Kelvin Ruffin Jr. Don't forget the Junior. I've been here with your boy,
the other host, Larry The Wavy Fellow, here to tell you
hello.
And over here, we create the wave. We don't drown in it. And we're going to let our guests in the segment.
I don't have nothing clever to say like that.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Listen, man. Hey, man, look, my name is, I'm Chrixtian.
Go ahead and give them your socials and whatnot and all of that.
Man, look, you know I change my name all the time. Let me pull up who my name is right now.
Hey, as somebody who love you and care about you, hey, man, find a name, brother.
Yeah. I think this the one.
Find
this
a
the one that's
name,
gonna
stick with and what is it? It's Chrixtian with the X
with
instead
an
of
X,
an S.
man. CHRIXTIAN. On Instagram, it's just Chrixtian _. So it just CHRIXTIAN _. And that's me, man. I love it. Hey, download my tape. That's out there already. If you download
Covers for a Saved Soul.
Yeah.
Volume 1. As well as you just dropped ATL. We got those hands over the fact that you ain't even really promote ATL. And I love that song.
Yeah,
I love that song.
I appreciate
too.
it. And you see my bars, they getting better, man. I'm semi a rapper, no cap.
Okay.
I be telling my mom and them
he
that.
actually can really rap. He actually can really rap.
From what I'm hearing, just off of just what you're saying with your synthesis.
My mom and them be laughing
You know
at
what I
me.
mean?
They be like, baby, just go and keep on singing. And I'm like, Mama, I can really do this.
I can do it, Mom.
I'm gonna make it off this rap thing. I'm done singing.
But I'm gonna go ahead and close this out
For
by
sure.
playing one of the songs. This is called "Safe in Your Arms," and this is probably my favorite flip on that. D'Angelo is probably my mom's favorite flip because she listens to music too as well as mine. But "Safe in Your Arms" ain't nothing like like this bop,
hey,
man.
DJ, you playing? That's my
Ain't
jam,
nothing
man.
like this bop, bro, at all. Boom.
So many scars. Just reminding you in case you didn't notice. Said you're never too far. I'm falling short of your glories and distance. God, I give you my heart. 'Cause I know that you will never break it. Said